Winners don't use drugs.
What's going on, everybody? Happy spooky month. Trina, Tommy, thank you guys for joining me for this.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cool.
The pigs are excited to be here. And look forward to talking about this one. I don't know about anybody else, but I had fun.
1989 Intruder. Was there another movie called Intruder later on?
Yeah, I think it was a remake, and God, what was it? Was it 2016 or? I think it was a remake of this one. And I mean, not unless it's a different movie with entirely the same title name, but I'm kind of doubting it.
Based in like a Walmart or something?
Maybe. Or Walgreens.
But I would say this is pretty low budget, right? Let's see what the budget for this was. It's gonna 130,000. 130,000.
That's great.
Holy shit. So was this released in the theater? Holy shit.
It went direct to dollar theaters.
It says original VHS release. I don't see anything about a friggin' theater release. Yeah, I guess all 130,000 showed, right?
Is there a box office number?
No, not on Wikipedia.
Okay, so we don't even know.
I wonder if there would be one on IMDb.
I would say if anybody's going to have it, IMDb will have it. They're usually pretty good about that stuff. Usually. Sometimes they hide it behind their Pro, which is a paid thing.
Yeah. I'm going to pay for IMDb.
Yeah, not in this lifetime.
Yeah.
You want to go into this? who wants to start with this one? What the storyline is in this one? Or how the first 30 minutes is like half an after school special. It's like half an hour of an after school special.
Well, you know what though?
Relationship.
I know we were talking about this, and you really felt like that beginning drag. What's going on, RR?
Here he is to save the day.
Hey, Darius.
Hey.
What up, Darius?
What's up, Darius?
Fortunate timing. Yeah, I just finished the movie and
what's up,
got myself a cup of tea. Hey, what's up, RR?
Hey, RR.
So I mean, this one, you're talking about the beginning feels like a drag, but I really don't feel like it's overdone. It gives you just enough explanation without being redundant and ridiculous through the rest of the movie. So it starts off with this group of younger cashiers and everything like that who are running this small food store. Basically, it's more of a food store than anything else, from what I gathered.
Yeah, it's like a supermarket. It's a supermarket.
Yeah,
like a grocery store.
Yeah, so.
Darius
the owners,
says this was filmed near him.
I think it was because not only does it have two of the three Raimi brothers, not including the third who was a surgeon, but it has Ted and Sam Raimi, but it also has Bruce Campbell, and there's two mentions of 9 Mile in the movie, 9 Mile and Middle Belt specifically, and I said, hey, I know where that is. That's just north of Livonia, up in, I think, Farmington Hills, up in, the bougie 248, a.k.a. Oakland County. So I think it was definitely at least set locally, but I'm assuming there's a pretty good chance it was filmed locally. This is 89, right? So this is long before Raimi did Spider-Man. It may have been before he did, and even went to Hollywood and made Darkman.
Our main girl in the movie, her hair is definitely letting you know it's 1989.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
And you say that as if it's a bad thing.
And also her high-waisted pants.
Yeah,
high-waisted pants look very. All right, high-waisted pants look weird on anybody, but especially on like hot girls.
But
She looked
they
like she,
they
she looked
made
like
a
she was a
comeback.
hot girl from '89.
Yeah, but high-waisted pants did make a comeback a number of years ago. I don't know how.
Yeah, I saw that at Cedar Point. Yeah, it was 2015, I think. I noticed they had just come back with a
Oh,
vengeance.
I haven't seen too many girls with high-waisted pants around here, so like they're wearing pants like they're fucking like the mask, like fucking up to their like fucking chest.
Yeah, like Urkel.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
they're wearing
no,
those
no,
suits
it
too.
was way up there. It was like wedgie jeans, and this is like, in the summertime.
What's up, Carol? How you
And
doing?
these were hip youngsters, too young to really be looking at, but I could
Hip
tell that
youngs.
they're hip to the new. Well, they were definitely in high school, but so they were hip to the new fashions. And I was like, oh my god, I never thought I'd see the day that like high pants came
I
back.
thought that girl looked like she kind of looked like Heather Graham. Like
Yeah, I can see it.
when I first saw the camera, her, I was like, I didn't see Heather Graham in the credits.
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought you were surprising me, Slasher, with a Michigan movie.
No, I didn't even realize it was Michigan because fucking like that the 49% owner automatically made me think this was the South because he was a Southern guy.
The mustache.
So usually, if I hear a Southern guy in a movie, yeah, if I hear a Southern guy, I usually assume it's the South.
It's funny. He looks very Michigan. A lot of people from Michigan, especially around Detroit, moved up from the South like 100 years ago.
And they got the twang when they talk.
Well, no. The people with the twang are from Taylor, which is south of is sort of southwest of Detroit, and we call it Taylor, Tucky. A lot of those people moved up from Kentucky in like I don't know the 50s. But
Also, wait, yeah, Tommy, isn't it also that way in Jersey? Aren't there like guys with the twang in South Jersey?
Not that I really recall. I mean, if you get down to like maybe the Pine Barrens, yeah, because they're like the ghetto boys when you get into the Pine
Ghetto
Barrens.
boys.
But yeah, like even most through South Jersey, like Salem and all that, not really. Yeah, you got to get to the guys that are out in the sticks before you start hearing that kind of stuff.
All right, because there was this this place I used to work when we used to unload the trucks. The truck driver, he said he was from he had the twang like like the twang that JJ had, like the twang that a couple of people we know have. And he said he was from South Jersey. We were talking about football, and he was saying that he was a Eagles fan. He said there's a bunch of like Southern types like him that are Eagles fans down in South Jersey. That's why I was like saying like that every time I hear a Southern accent in a movie, I can't picture it not being the South. Because I don't imagine too many Southerners up here. It's like I've barely ever seen a Southerner up here with the twang. Granted, everyone around here has their own stupid fucking individual voices, but
there are guys who look and talk like that around here, more so in like Macomb County, which should be east of 9 Mile Little Belt, or down in Taylor, Tucky. But there are Southern. My stepdad is from Atlanta, right? He still sounds Southern. So yeah, you will find people like that here and there. Usually at the swap meet, formerly known as the Gibraltar Trade Center. But yeah. Not very often, but he looked Michigan. He looked very Michigan, especially 1989 Michigan with that mustache and the mullet.
Yeah, I knew he was up to something with that mustache.
So I wanted to mention one thing real quick. So you mentioned the Raimis, so had Ted and Sam in this one. You already mentioned Bruce Campbell. Emil Sika was in this one. He plays Mr. Abernathy. So I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. I know the name, but I couldn't figure out who he was. He was actually the last stooge. So when Larry Fine had gotten injured, this guy had stepped in, and he was the last stooge.
Well, you know who loves the Three Stooges?
Sam Raimi.
Yes, yeah, Trina nailed it. Sam Raimi. In fact, the directors, Scott, was it Scott? What's his name? I was just reading it.
He's Scott Spiegel.
Scott
Spiegel,
Spiegel,
yeah.
yeah, Scott Spiegel. His he has a small number of acting credits, but
one of
he-
them's in this one. He's the bread man.
he's well, because I was looking him up, and then the other cop that wasn't Bruce Campbell, and that's Lawrence Bender, who produced a lot of Tarantino's films.
Yep.
And one of them, I think it was Scott though, but I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Trey. Played a fake Shemp twice in two different movies, in early Raimi movies. A fake Shemp because Raimi loves reenacting Three Stooges routines, especially with
All right,
zombies.
but all
Yep,
right,
you're absolutely right.
Sam Raimi has nothing to. He's just acting in this. He didn't do anything
Right.
behind the scenes with this. Yeah,
Nothing? Okay.
him and his brother,
Mhm.
acting in this.
I mean, it looked like they worked with because Scott Spiegel worked on The Evil Dead too. So
It's
you know,
they most likely had some influence.
yeah,
This
I mean,
movie looked like it took them about 3 days to film and get
2
all
weeks.
their fucking takes
Oh,
down.
Oh,
It was-
one other mention I wanted to get in real quick before we move on with some of that stuff. So you only see it really in the beginning opening credits when they talk about special makeup and effects.
Mhm.
Greg Nicotero
Yep.
and Robert Kirshner.
Oh,
Yep.
oh shit! Yeah, okay. Yeah, because
Greg
there was some
Nicotero
good.
also comes back as the townie in a car. He's the only one
Mhm.
out of the special effects makeup group. that
Oh,
comes
is
back.
he's the
Wow.
one who knocks on the door,
Right. Yep.
and walks away.
And
They're
then
closed.
walks away.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, that was another good shot. This movie was full of great looking shots. The
It was full
cinematographer,
of
some Spanish
weird
guy I never heard of, but
shots.
yeah, but they were
weird
clever.
shots.
They
What
were
was with the
creative.
phone, bro? What was
Some
with
of it, yeah,
the
inside the
rotary phone?
I think that was an overlay because it was too sharp. It would have been blurry if they actually just put a camera inside a phone that they took apart. But a lot of these shots were very playful. They were some of them were funny. But yeah, they were creative. Like you mentioned knocking at the door. There was that one shot where they throw the guy out of the store and they lock him out, and then you see everyone in the store reflected in the glass.
Yeah,
and they're just as visible as he is outside. And it's hard to tell the difference. And like, this is cool. This is cool. I said this through the whole movie. This is a cool shot.
That came later on into play, where she runs at the door. And
Yeah.
then she sees the boyfriend, and then she thought the boyfriend. All right, well, first we'll get into how the movie starts before we start saying anything. So, the first half hour of this movie is ex-boyfriend is a domestic dispute online in a fucking.
He's got a criminal mullet.
First of all, they're getting no customers. They only have customers in about the first 15 seconds of the movie is when.
That's because they were getting ready to close, though. They were actually in the middle of closing.
A lot of employees for being closed.
How you doing,
hey,
Sherry?
The two girls are terrible employees.
I wonder if she knows about this movie.
Well, I mean, so have any of you guys worked at a supermarket?
I
worked at a drugstore.
Not overnight, but yes, I have worked in.
I worked the overnight shift at a CVS.
Okay, so all right, so you guys know that, especially with grocery stores, they stay back a while after closing, and usually it's
yeah. But this looks like it's fucking midnight. This don't look like no fucking 9:30. This looks like it's at midnight.
Yeah, well, maybe they stay later than other stores.
Yeah, they're like cutting the meat and restocking, but like everyone's there, and I was just surprised that there was that many people working when they weren't even open. But then I thought maybe they only locked up. If it was a 24-hour store, maybe they locked up just to keep the one guy out. If they'd already thrown him out.
I think Tommy was right. I think they were getting ready to close. And that's why.
I felt bad for the old guy, though. He just wanted to buy some stuff, and they were totally letting him down. And this is what he fought for our country. Possibly twice, he doesn't say that, but I assume he's an old veteran, and I just felt bad for him. He deserved better service.
He was fine. He was crotchety. All they were doing was talking. He was getting his stuff bagged and everything.
I would have rebagged that for him. I would have got him new produce too.
He ended up walking off with a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
That was like should have just put him in a plastic bag to begin with.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Good, Festa. How you doing, Mark?
What's up, Fester?
What up, man? Well, I mean, the reason I also say that they were closing the store, you think about what they started doing right
Good to
after
see you,
the
man.
guy comes over and he has the talk with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Well, yeah.
restocking. They're restocking shelves, and then they're changing prices.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's what they do. Well, yeah, as Darius can tell that. Yeah, that's what they do after they close a grocery store.
I sure would give them 4-star service. And we used to change the well, we didn't change the prices that often, but we changed the deals every week on Sunday. Take the old sales sticker, the if you know the yellow stickers from CVS, take them down on Sunday and put the new ones up overnight.
All right, so it said on Wikipedia that this was also it was an empty grocery store, and they got in contact with a company that had defective goods, so that's how they were able to stock all the shelves in that. So,
okay.
I was also wondering because there was actual brands on the shelves. There
Yep,
was
Frosted
fucking
Flakes, pre-Tiger.
Kellogg cereal. Well,
Mhm.
that Frosted Flakes was weird because there was no Tony on it.
But the Trix had the bunny.
But they also had like all the cereal brands, Kellogg's, and,
Yeah, they had
General
Fruit
Mills and
Loops.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they had they had a lot of name brands. Playtex. What was another?
I think the beer was fake because it was Meisterbräu.
Oh, and then I know you would know this, Tommy. The generic beer cans from fucking Repo Man that just said beer on
Mm.
there. They had the same exact one. Yes, just a plain white can that says beer in big
But
letters.
what about the can? It just said beans.
Yeah.
So they also had those same generic brands from Repo Man. Did you? Or also Produce Joe is listening to Produce Joe is Ted Raimi, right? Not Sam, it's Ted.
Produce Joe.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
Produce
Ted
Joe is Ted
Raimi.
Raimi.
Did anyone notice that every time he's listening to fucking do 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 do, it's
Yeah.
the same fucking thing over and over again?
Yeah. Now I think I read something about that what he was listening to.
It sounded like like a fake version of Walk of Life by Dire Straits.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like some kind of recycled stock music.
Okay,
Have
I
you
found
seen this?
9 Mile in 9 Mile in Middlebelt. It is indeed in Farmington Hills. I was right. I wonder if the store is actually there, or if that's just in the script. Crazy Horse.
There were other
Crazy
brands
Horse.
though of beer, right? There were other brands. I did see other brands.
Mhm.
The generic beer wasn't the only brand there.
The one we got a close up of was Meisterbräu.
But they had a whole supermarket full of expired or defective. They said defective. It didn't say
Wait.
expired.
Okay, so I read that was a real supermarket and they filmed when the supermarket was closed.
See, the thing I saw on Wikipedia, maybe they're wrong.
Well, I'm looking on the Google map to see if there's actually like a store matching that one at that intersection. And I don't know. There's a 7-Eleven there, strip mall. I don't know. Might have changed.
You know what?
I read it was filmed in Bell. I read it was.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I read it was filmed in Bell, California.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so it's just
Intruder
the
was
script.
filmed at an empty grocery store, which was rented to the crew of the film. The shelves were empty and bare, and the crew had a company that specialized in damaged goods deliver over 2 tons of defective merchandise to stock the store.
Wow, that's so weird. I read something completely different. But I'm looking for where I read it. Now I can't find it.
Well,
I'm also seeing
be
this on
careful
Wikipedia. I'm seeing this on Wikipedia. So.
Well, I was going to say you got to be careful what certain people write, because not all those people are always telling the truth either.
I mean, I would believe that though, because they did have stocked shelves in the store.
Oh, right here. It's on IMDb. It says filming locations, Bell, California. What?
All right, see, yeah, now I'm seeing that on IMDb. It's a totally different thing. It says filming in a real grocery store after hours.
Yeah. Now I wonder which one is right.
So I wanted to ask about that beer. There is a beer that's called Meisterbrow, and that's what I thought that beer was.
Oh well, maybe it is. I just I thought it sounded like a funny made up beer, but
Well,
that
I mean,
could
I
that could have been a real
don't-
beer too.
I don't know if Meisterbrow's around anymore. But I
this
know
is
it was a
1989.
real beer.
Yeah.
Let me see. It was phased out in 2005.
Okay, well that could have been a real beer too.
Yeah, Sherry for Bruce Campbell. All you have to do is watch the very, very end of this movie. Spoiler alert. That's about it.
Yeah, if you only want to watch it for Bruce, yeah, it's not a Bruce Campbell
Well,
film.
He got top billing on Tubi on the poster. I was like, oh, Bruce Campbell. Yeah,
Of course he did.
Of course
Yeah.
he did. He's our famous hometown boy.
He got top
Royal
billing.
Oak.
So did the Raimis, and I think there was someone else, and all of them like didn't have a very
Renee Estevez got a high.
yeah
billing.
yeah you're right yep, and like
Yeah, she was like I guess the girl who looks kind of like the way Heather Graham did in License to Drive. Like, well, I don't even remember her name. Oh shit, what is it? Let's see. She was the first billed person.
I think
the main
they're all
character.
from Oakland County because I know Bruce is from Royal Oak, which is Oakland County, and then the Raimis are from Franklin, which I don't even know where that is. Well, I did drive through it.
Elizabeth Cox.
Cox,
Her
yeah,
name is
which
now
is not her real name. Kern was her real name. Liz Kern.
no, Kern is her married.
Her new name. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But that's what she goes by now. I've had Meisterbrow. Was it good? Was it gut? Super gut? Super geil? That's a supermarket joke.
All right, so let's get into the fucking boyfriend. The boyfriend who takes up like the first half hour of this fucking movie.
Craig.
Ex-boyfriend. Yeah, Craig. It's funny because usually when I meet people named Craig, we tend not to get along.
Yeah, so
Craig. We lost Craig.
So he's stalker extraordinaire. Yeah, he's been
Ex-con.
Yeah, yeah, because he went to prison for basically
for that
mullet. Nice. And yeah, like he says like he's been writing Jennifer so many letters that his hand is a gimp hand now. And it's like, dude, take a hint. She doesn't want anything to do with you. So he shows up and he's like, no, you owe me an explanation, and he's all mad.
I don't know why she didn't have a little bit more mercy on him. I mean, he's sitting there pouring his heart out, her telling that he wrote so much and so hard that he couldn't close his hand into a proper fist anymore. She should have felt some kind of mercy.
Oh man!
But we also see he's like fucking Batman. He can take on 10 people at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. So before I didn't look like into any facts of the movie, but I had started, like I mentioned before, I had started watching this like some time ago, and I was so bored with it that I just stopped watching. I think I wasn't even halfway, and I was like, "Oh, this is awful." But then Slasher said, "Okay, we're doing this one next week," and I had actually totally forgot that I even watched this at all. So I was like, "Okay, I'll catch it." So during watching, I'm like, oh yeah, I watched this movie, but yeah, today was the first time I watched it all the way through, and so I had no idea who the killer was. But
well, hold on. Everybody, give her a round of applause. Bring it to completion on this one.
Yeah, so I had no idea who I thought Craig was the bad guy. So it was kind of a twist for me at the end.
Well, I thought it was Bruce Campbell, and I turned out to be wrong
Yeah.
about that too. Because I didn't see him for so long.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't think it was the boyfriend. Even this is the second time in my life that I watched this movie. I watched it a bunch of years ago and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
watched
movie's
it
already
again.
messing with us to begin with, right? Like you said,
Well,
it was slow to start. Those first two kills aren't even bloody.
It also gave me the very first one is
Yeah.
not like
Right, because
you
they're
just
messing
see
with us.
yeah you just see the aftermath of it.
The first two are there's no blood. And I was like, oh wow, it's not a very gory movie. But I was wrong because they were just messing with me.
When I worked in a supermarket too, we did have one of those box crushers.
Yep. Oh, yep.
I did
CVS
Oh
has that.
boy, was that one was that a setup that they were going to use that or what?
Everything was. They used
Yeah.
everything.
The conveyor belt.
Yep. The chicken splitter,
Yep.
which was pretty gross, but great prop.
The hooks.
Oh yeah. Famous film director Sam Raimi killed a meat hook. Spoiler alert.
That's awesome.
Oh man, yeah. Although something else happens after with that, but I haven't spoiled, which is actually kind of funny. But we'll get there. There's a lot of humor in this movie as well.
Well, every time fucking Produce Joe is on the fucking screen, like they all get fired. We go a little before ahead, like before we finish off with the fucking boyfriend dispute. When they all get fired, fucking one of them walks in and says to Produce Joe, he's like, "We all just lost our jobs, Joe." And then he walks back out, and Produce Joe is still saying something stupid, and he's not paying attention.
And this is early on, but like since this time, like every movie Ted Raimi's been in, he's been murdered, right? So I'm like grabbing my popcorn, waiting for it to happen. I'm like, it's Ted Raimi, he has to get murdered, right? It has to happen. You can't not get murdered. It's Ted. Here you go, rage.
Yeah, or I remember we used to get this
Milwaukee's best.
We used to get this disgusting ass, like when we were underage and got beer. We used to get
Rolling Rock.
No.
Oh, I like Rolling Rock.
Yeah, but isn't Rolling Rock non-alcoholic?
No.
That's Beck's.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, Beck's is alcoholic.
Wait.
No, Beals or something.
Oh man, now I'm gonna look it up.
Rolling Rock, I think, might be non-alcoholic. I don't know.
No.
Rolling Rock is alcohol.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
But there was this fucking, because it was one of those fucking horrible like dime store fucking malt liquors. That was like $1.44 for a 40. And,
Duels.
O'Doul's is it? Yes, that's it.
Yeah. O'Doul's. I
I was just gonna say it too. O'Doul's.
I knew it was one of those green ones.
Yeah, because it's like a punchline. Get him in O'Doul's.
Yeah.
How are you gonna have a name like O'Doul's and it's not alcoholic?
Well, that's the reason why you drink a non-alcoholic beer, because you're on the wagon, but you don't want anyone to know.
But how are they gonna put an Irish name on an non-alcoholic beer?
To trick the Irish.
Well, there was they had a couple of disgusting 40s, and my friend Fester up here, he brought up Crazy Horse, but there was this other one called Laser 2000, and there was another one called Hurricane.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, do you remember the 40-ounce they used to sell right next to the Crazy Horse? The Jim Bowie?
No, I never saw that.
Dark lager. Oh, that thing tasted like the most disgusting burnt beer you could ever have in the world.
Ew.
But I'm pretty sure it was Hurricane. Or the first half of the 40, the first half of and the first half of it tasted like beer. Like, disgusting beer, but still beer. And the last half tasted like nothing. The last half of it tasted like just brown water. So I don't know if you had to stir it up, but we weren't doing that.
Oh.
Gross.
Oh.
Brown water. Can you not say that?
Warm brown water.
Yeah, like
Oh,
you ever
man.
you ever turn on a sink where the fucking pipes ain't right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, that is not 248. That story is 313. Ugh.
Well, what's his name? Craig, angry boyfriend,
hmm
fights off about 10 people because he's getting too handsy with what's her face?
Jennifer.
Yeah,
Jennifer.
I keep wanting to call this girl Heather Graham. I don't know why.
He backhands her, and her nose is bleeding throughout.
Yeah,
the entire
yeah.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Her nose
It
is
looks like a
bleeding
fake
like
nose.
her nose is bleeding like one of the cokeheads I used to hang out with.
hmm It looked like she'd already had a nose job. You see how skinny her nose was? It's like a Michael Jackson nose. It was. Am I wrong?
I like the move that he does when the guy grabs from behind and then he gives 2 boots into the fucking chest of the guy
Yeah.
coming at him.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was
That's what really
more good
reminded
camera
me.
work.
That's what really when I was saying he has Batman moves. That really reminded
Yeah.
me.
Well, the
I
fight was
was
so
sitting
dynamic
there.
because they kept putting the camera on like the fists and the boots and
Oh,
everything.
that was terrible. I couldn't
No,
stand.
dude, I'm
And all
telling
the
you,
punches were sounding like firecrackers.
every
Little
time they
firecrackers.
grabbed them, and he started throwing their elbows to their solar plexus or their back, I was just waiting for JR. Oh my God, he's killing them!
He's cleaning house, Kane.
Rolling Rock is expensive compared to
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, Rolling Rock is
I
248.
can't say I ever had. I might have had a Rolling Rock in my day somewhere. It might have been in someone's fridge. Meister Brown. I don't know if I ever had Meister.
No alcoholic can't capture the hops.
Yeah,
Cokehead
cokehead bleeds
nosebleeds
are
are
messy.
messy.
She did have pale skin, like a
Uh-huh.
lot of the cokeheads I knew. Her nosebleed even gives her away at a certain point.
hmm Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what that was. Okay. I was trying
Yeah,
to
that
think. Where,
wasn't the honey pot dripping, Darius. It was
yeah, I was like, where did that blood come from? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So they managed to. They chase him away, right? They like
Yep.
force him out of the store after
Yep.
this huge fucking brawl.
Yep, and they shut the glass door, and you see them all together in one shot, and it looks like they're all still in. You can't tell who's on which side.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked that shot.
Yep, and then he walks away.
Other
Everyone
weird
else walks away
shots,
one by one.
The mirror shot we got. There's so many weird shots.
Yeah, that was great. Dude, I love the shots.
I do
was
dig that
playful.
rotary phone view. I think
Yeah,
that's
I just
cool.
don't get it though, because it's not like the terror in the movie was always like phone based,
Right.
like the way, like like the way it was in Scream. In the
And
first
it's
Scream.
yeah, and like that phone call. Wait, was that even a scary phone call?
No, it wasn't a scary phone call.
Yeah. Remember the bucket of water? That was a cool one. Where she's like crying, and then you just see the tears dripping into the water. I was like, that's nice. So the actress didn't really even have to cry, the cinematographer did it all for her.
Tommy, you said you enjoyed this one, right?
I thought this one was fun. Like, once you get past the buildup, you kind of get right into the meat and potato of what the movie's about, and that's everybody's going to die. And I think they kept it moving once you got to that point. Like, I mean, so many of these movies, they have these big lulls in there, and you got to have these stupid little scenes with these inconsequential characters with their inconsequential problems at that point to the movie and the plot. That it's a waste of time. It's like fluff in the damn film. This one, like, once you got to the point where, okay, we understand what's going on. The store is going to be closing down. All these kids are going to be out of work. They're going to be repricing everything on the shelves. There's a bit of a problem with the girl's ex, and they're kind of good. They're going through the motions till the killing starts. But once the killing starts, yeah, it's just nonstop. Like it's like, you know, there's very little like in between. There isn't like a whole lot of like just sitting around doing nothing. Oh, are we going to go to the beach this weekend? What? That'd be really great, Kelly. No, we didn't get any of that. And that's the one thing I appreciate about this movie, that it did start moving along once you got to that part of it.
Like a conveyor belt turned on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Tommy, because it was, I see what you mean, because it was all at the beginning, the kind of extraneous stuff, and then once it gets going, it just goes from there. There's no like pauses in between. So yeah, I think yeah, the pacing is all right.
There are certain parts, though. I was saying it seems like a high school play.
Yes.
When they're doing the face-to-face scenes.
Yeah, but we know this isn't no blockbuster budget.
Oh,
right.
Of course.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
it's not a.
You know, say what you will. I've watched a lot of these B-rated movies with a lot higher of a budget than this, and those things look like garbage compared to this. Like they look like I don't know, retarded YouTubers making things with paper mache as opposed to somebody actually using like real plaster or something. I mean, that's really the comparison day and night between this and some of the other B-rated movies. It's just like, I don't know what they spent budget on, but it obviously wasn't on stuff on the set. Now, it feels like that they got enough really good guys in here to do stuff on the set. Were some of the tricks and everything they did a little on the cheese side? Sure. But I think the reason that some of them actually looked as good as they did is because they had people like up and coming special effects people like Greg Nicotero and Robert Kurtzman. And they had those kind of people that are like into their craft and are taking the time to make themselves better. So I think that's why this, for me, like a lot of these scenes, even though some of them are cheesy, they're still fun. And you can see that they put some kind of thought into it, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe they spent the entire budget on all the expired goods that they stocked the store with.
No. I think they spent it all on some of those squishy props, if you know what I mean.
Oh, and the main girl's hairspray.
Or in that translucent red blood, you know, that even when it dries, it's like a film gel.
Yeah.
So then after Craig, he's wearing a leather jacket and it's the 80s and he's got a scowl on his face, so you know he's up to no good. You know he's got bad intentions.
He's got a leather jacket. Either he's a killer or he has a lot of weed in a locker somewhere.
Yeah.
And so then they get a gathering of the employees for the bad news. Oh, we're shutting down at the end of the month. Fuck you guys. Now go stock the shelves. These assholes are basically like, yeah, you're going to lose your jobs at the end of the month because we're selling the place. Now go stock the shelves. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. They're not that broken up about it, the employees. I mean.
No, some of them seem really broken up about it.
The one guy was like, well, now I can collect unemployment.
Yep.
Right. They're probably making minimum. An 89 minimum, which is really shockingly low.
Yeah,
I think the only one that complained is the one that said he had a lot of time and he had a lot of sick time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because he'd lose it if he didn't take it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be like, you know what? Go fuck yourselves. I'd be like, you tell me to go stock the shelves after you tell me I'm losing my job. Yeah, I'm just not gonna finish it out here. Like, what the fuck would be the point? Oh, I'm coming into this job for the next like month. Either I don't even know how long they said before they would. Oh, at the end of the month they said, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I think so. At the end of the month, yeah, I think that's what it was. Well, you use that time to look for another job. You stay there and you keep looking for another job.
No, 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 no. You do like the other guy did. You file for unemployment early. That's free money, baby. Don't let that stuff go to waste.
Yeah. Tommy knows the game. And then you get on Section 8, and then you get on food stamp, or
I'll
Yeah, I
get
would-
my cheese one way or the other, fool.
I was gonna say walk into the office, stand on the desk, whip it out, and piss all over the desk, and then walk out.
You would do that in real life, though.
And then say,
Why though? They're just closing the store. They're not like
no. But for
not a
you
personal attack.
to be such an insensitive fucking douchebag and be like, all right, now get back to work, everybody, chop, chop, chop. Like, go fuck your mother. No way, you're a fucking. See, I don't want to see that. I guess this is why I've had so many jobs because I was like, I don't know. I guess
you piss on their desk.
No, because some of these people like don't know what the fuck that like. Seriously, I've worked for some real fucking douchebags. Oh my god, having to deal with a dispatcher. Oh my god, some of these people are the biggest fucking morons in the world. But I
Is that like
know.
a personal attack or something? Is that a personal attack or something?
Oh.
Why are you a dispatcher, Tommy?
No, the wife is.
Oh no. Well, I was working for messenger companies, and I don't know, delivery services and shit like that, and having to deal with a dispatcher was a problem. Maybe it was certain people. I don't know. It was certain people I was dealing with because not everyone was an asshole. I don't know.
What does the dispatcher do? They just give you your next assignment, your next job to go run and drive somewhere?
No, but they would also be really fucking nasty with the fucking when you respond to like their responses were fucking
on the radio.
Don't fucking talk to me like you're my mom trying to wake me up on a fucking Friday morning to go to school.
Are they like the supervisor?
No, like they were the ones. No, they were the ones who, when you're out in the fields, you have contact with them. They give you your information of where you got to go next, shit like that.
Oh, okay. I've never had a job like that, so I just think of Danny DeVito in Taxi, where he gives them like the new destination, so they go and pick up someone.
A dispatcher could be for anything. It could be for any sort of service, Like there is a dispatcher as a cab thing too, like. And I've dealt with not even working for a cab company, but dealing with an asshole dispatcher over the phone just trying to get a cab.
Okay. Oh yeah, well cabs are a big deal in New York, and in Detroit you only call a cab if you're drunk.
Well, no, this company closed down, so I was laughing like, good, you're out of a job, bitch.
Now try to get a cab.
Well, I don't really go anywhere. Oh, I could get a cab anyway if I go. So when I go to the doctor, I'm always taking a cab. It's better than the old cab service, I'll tell you that much. I don't have to fucking fight with someone like I'm married to it for fucking 15 years. Like I'm trying to order a cab and you're getting fucking nasty with me. Like,
why?
You really
Why
want
is
me
it
to
like
continue
that?
the service? I don't know. People
wonder
around
Why
here are
have you not called me? You have not called me long time for a cab. Why? Why is it like this? Why are you treating me this way? I thought we were
And you
good
know what?
together.
It wasn't.
I thought we were wonderful.
It wasn't even a Middle Eastern. It was a fucking a white woman, a fucking Italian woman who apparently my family knew. This woman was a complete fucking rag.
Oh,
Fuck you. Fuck you, lady. I'm glad your cab service closed down.
Your family was probably talking shit about you to her. Hey, have you get a call from Chris?
Sounds like family, doesn't it?
Like, hey, what's the matter for you? What, you no call and get the cab? Oh.
No, she wasn't that Italian. She was this Italian. She was American Italian, screaming like that.
Oh man.
I would have liked to have been screamed by someone with a heavy Italian accent instead of that fucking shit.
Oh, that'd be cool. I never had that either. We don't have that many authentic Italians, from the old country around here. They're all like third, fourth, fifth generation. So,
A lot of my family is from the old country.
Hey. Goomba. That's how you know all the slang. That's how I know. You pull out slang I've never even heard in my life.
Oh yeah, did we teach you Goomba?
No, that's an old classic from the movies. But no,
Oh
he
wait,
he pulls out
Goomad.
stuff. Guma, yeah, he pulls out stuff
Gumad.
every other week. That he's like, you never heard that? I'm like, I've never heard that. Never heard that one.
Yeah, I explained when we were watching King of New York. I had to explain to everybody what WAP meant.
Oh, I know what a WAP is without papers. Yeah. No, there was something else though. Can't remember what it was anymore. There was something you never heard that. You never heard that? I'm like, no.
Like greaser, meatball.
Oh no, I know those are all common. It was something I don't think it was like a skeezer, some term for a skeezer or something.
Oh, here I got a good one for you. I bet you never heard this one. I know you've heard the word, but I bet you never heard the explanation where it came from. Honky.
Honky? No, I don't know the backstory on that.
So the backstory to that apparently was against Hungarians. So Joy,
Oh.
I can legitimately say honky all I want to you, son, bitches,
Wow.
because my ancestry is Hungarian. So great. But apparently, yeah, they were people that were used to do mining work and stuff like that, and they were calling them hunkies, meaning they were just like manual labor people, and it somehow got retranslated from hunky to honky, and that's how they wound up getting it. But it was directed at
okay.
Hungarian.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Like Hungarian, and it becomes hunky, which becomes honky. Okay, and it's because people don't really know a whole lot about Hungarians to begin with, at least in America.
This movie is full of honkies. There's no diversity in this movie. This movie couldn't be made today. There's no diversity. There's no people in wheelchairs. There's no fucking.
There's no black people.
Nope, not a single one.
There's no Albanians. There's no.
You know what I know?
Hungarians.
I notice in a lot of movies though, like even like if there's not a lot of black people in the movie. What was I watching the other day? I think I was watching The Burbs. Like if there's no like black main or side characters in the movie, they'll have at least one or two black cops in the background.
Okay.
But after a big like let's say like in The Burbs when there was an explosion at the end. Sorry, spoiler for The Burbs, even though we're talking about fucking Intruder. But no, there were no black cops even in this movie. There weren't many cops in this movie anyway. Two cops, right? Two cops.
Mm. You know how you can really tell it's Oakland County? Everyone was white. Welcome to the 248. RoboCop and I are from the 313. Look where Eminem's from.
But what's all right? So what's the first major thing in this movie?
That actually
We're
happens.
almost 50 minutes in and I haven't even talked about a kill yet.
Well, let's see.
The one
Parking
girl,
lot, I think, right?
One girl goes out into the parking lot.
Yeah,
with a bag of groceries because she's the first one that gets it.
Renee Estevez.
Yes. Yeah. She
Hey,
got
Darius, did you recognize? Oh, sorry, Trina.
No, that's okay.
I want to know if Darius recognized her from a movie we watched before.
No.
Sleepaway Camp 2.
Oh. Well, she wasn't the
She was the girl who the girl who made it to the end of Sleepaway, the terrible ending of Sleepaway Camp 2.
Okay. All right. With the yeah. Okay. The final girl.
Yeah.
Not the Angela, the new Angela. That
No.
was Springsteen's sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wisecracking, one-liner dropping Angela.
Yeah, Joker Angela, basically.
Yeah.
Freddy Angela. She was basically Freddy.
Yeah. Oh, happy Friday the 13th. I know it was yesterday, but actual Friday the 13th.
And Saturday the 14th. Happy Saturday the 14th, everybody.
Same to you, Darius.
Yeah, I figured it might be a holiday for, people who enjoy horror movies. And slashers especially. Slasher movies.
Okay, so was the second kill that
drill
manager guy?
Yeah, it was the spike in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, nobody mentioned the watermelon. So when she got slashed in the parking lot, we don't see any blood or anything. It cuts immediately to a watermelon getting sliced in
By
half by the
Produce
same
Joe.
kind of knife. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I laughed. I laughed out loud when I saw that. I had
Listening
to
to
rewind it.
stupid song over and over again.
uh,
It sounded like fake Walk of Life.
yeah. Uh,
And
yeah.
like
So
so
that was only the second kill. With the eyeball, the notepad spike in the eye.
Yeah.
and how does he end up in the attic?
It happens off screen.
I know. How did he get up in the attic after that happened to him?
Who the heck knows? Well, wasn't there a ladder?
Yeah.
And, yeah, so he must have just I don't know why. Why do that? Why
Why
did he
go up?
I don't understand why he
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that. Like,
yeah. I don't understand why he hit him in the ceiling. I don't really I don't understand that, but anyway, yeah. And then after him, then we get Produce Joe.
oh yeah, we get the shot of him. Like they keep cutting to him leaning back with the knife,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then after I actually do like how after he gets his headphones cut down the middle, because the stupid song is still like, like they show his dead body twice, and it's going boom, 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 boom.
and then a good shot too, because he raises the butcher knife, right? And then when he brings it down to cut something, at that exact moment he gets cut in the back of the head with the exact same kind of butcher knife. We see the shadow, and then when his head falls, there's a sign on the wall that says knives are sharp, be careful.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's Raimi funny.
Yeah. I like that.
Right, he's coming down on the conveyor belt later, right?
And then the next one
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And then the next one to get it was Tim. He was stabbed.
I don't remember anyone's name.
All right, I remember.
Except
All right,
Greg.
the beer section perv.
Yeah.
When Jennifer and the other guy, they're like messing around on the fucking on the checkout counter.
Mhm.
The beer perv starts like sneaking around to like
Watch and jerk
Yeah.
it.
Beer perv.
well, why is he sneaking around like that? He should be a fucking character from Sleepaway Camp. Going back to that shit.
He's the secret fapper.
He's the voyeur.
I thought he was at first because I swore it looked like he was shaking for a couple seconds.
He was. He was.
Yeah,
He's a
right?
phantom fapper.
He was.
The
He
phantom
was.
Fapper. Yep. He
Well,
sure
maybe he
was.
wasn't fapping me. He could have just been rubbing. But either way,
Oh, I think he
you
was
have
fapping.
you have bad intentions.
Trina,
What?
was
Why are
he
you
fapping?
asking me?
Was he fapping?
Fapper rub. He says, choice.
Yeah, I think he was. I mean, what do you think? Do you think he was fapping?
I don't know. I guess.
I think he was fapping.
What are you insinuating here, Darius? That Trina is like a fapper voyeur?
No, but a different opinion. Like we're like, oh, I would never do that. You and I were like, wow, I would never do that, especially at work. I'm like, no, of course not, But I think he was. What do you think? Yeah,
Like if it was
totally
modern
was.
day, that dude definitely would have had his cell phone out. Be like, oh fuck.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Live
He'd save
streaming
the
it.
fap for later.
If it doesn't happen, then how come some jobs actually have signs up in their bathrooms for guys not to be tossing cookies in there?
Oh no.
Wait. Are there really signs in men's bathrooms to not do that?
I've heard
Maybe in
about it
Florida.
from people that I know that
Yeah.
they said that they had them at their job.
They have
I
no
don't- I don't-
flapping signs in public bathrooms.
Well, no, in
What the
in
fuck is the world come to?
employee bathrooms.
Employee,
Like
is
at
that
their
Florida?
job.
Is that Florida, Tommy?
Not that one wasn't Florida. That one was like in PA.
Oh, okay. Well, must be Pittsburgh.
Oh man.
Okay.
So some employees have no fapping signs. That's hilarious.
What
In
does
the
the world
grocery
come
store.
to?
Well, why do you want to do that at work? Okay, we're getting off the topic here.
It's the night shift. Have you ever worked a night shift in an empty building? Or I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I didn't want to fap.
Lock the door, too.
So my favorite kill, one of my favorite kills is the next one, and it's Bub, and he gets his head crushed in the box crusher.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, that guy was annoying too.
those definitely have signs.
Every time that guy was talking, I was like, "Stop talking, please."
Oh, discount Shaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those box crushers have signs everywhere, and they got the yellow and black line, like "Do not cross," dangerous box crusher.
Yeah, and the other signs that may say for the weirdos out there, do not put your penis in here.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah.
But that was a great kill. That looked awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was sick. It was good.
The graphic ones look good.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
first
yeah.
one was just meh. Also,
Yeah.
when the 51% owner, when he got the spike through the eye, it's
Yeah.
like and his desk lamp is knocked on the floor, and you see it
Blood dripping.
definitely looked like tomato juice. That's probably from the fucking shelves. They
Well,
probably
it turned the whole room red.
They grabbed an expired thing of tomato juice from the shelves. They're like, we're just gonna pour it on this light bulb, right?
Well, it looked like a dark room after that. The whole room was filled with red light instead.
Right. That's called the
clever.
fapping room.
Yeah, wait a minute. We don't develop film here. Why is there a dark room? Oh,
Yeah,
There's
There's
towels
a black
everywhere.
light. Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on.
I'm sure the 51% owner has done his fair share of fapping.
Oh
in that
no.
room.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
are there? Why is the dirty towels bin full?
Oh.
What's going on? The Jackson Pollock painting in here.
Right? Yeah. Why are all these tube sock packs opened? And then-
Jesus.
Oh, dude! No, we didn't mention the olive jar before Produce Joe
Oh, yeah, with
gets
the
it.
Oh, the olive jar with the fucking eyeball in it.
Yeah, he's eating the olives.
Well, eyeballs also get like you're not gonna get spooked if there's a random eyeball somewhere because Jennifer
you
also
wouldn't?
she also steps on one later and she's like, "Oh, you gotta clean this place up."
Yeah, but she
Like
doesn't look. She didn't
didn't
see
even
it.
yeah. If you step on something like that and you're not gonna like check the bottom of your shoe, it's like, "Oh, I got an eyeball here."
Dude,
Maybe
if
they
I
had
stepped
a
on a
look
grape,
like-
I would look.
Yeah, like what would it look like if it was stuck to the bottom of your shoe after you stepped on it? I don't think I
It
don't
would
know.
look like a grape.
Yeah, like some kind of it would look like a mess.
It wouldn't be white goo. It's mostly aqueous humor, so it would just look like a burst grape.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm guessing it would look like a crushed grape.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta step out for a second. Just
I didn't mean to cut Tommy off.
oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
It sounded like you had a good one, but
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
no, dude. I watched this movie in the room with my girlfriend for once, and she let me watch it on the TV, and she was really paying attention. But I was hooting and hollering watching this movie. from the various shots that I get a kick out of to the some of the kills that were so gruesome, and like the first couple are not at all. I'm like, oh, I guess it's not that kind of movie, and then it really was that kind of movie. And I'm like,
Yeah, it
oh,
ramps
sick.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
about it ramps up. There were just a couple of cut shots that I really like. They did like I think when the damn it, the second owner when he gets hit with the hammer, it pivots to the guy as the hammer goes to hit him. It pivots to the guy slicing bread or something.
Yeah.
Like there was a few shots like that where they just like right over to something else, and I thought that was pretty slick. We were talking about they did it in a few other movies, like they've done it in the Friday the 13th series. Like when somebody goes to get it, it cuts to a scene of something else. Like I don't care if it's ketchup coming out of a bottle, whatever it is, they cut to that scene like that.
Yeah.
So you're technically not seeing all the gore, even though you know it's there.
Oh, you're talking about the which part? The light bulb?
Well, they did one cut when they hit. I don't remember if it's they hit the guy with the hammer, and then they cut to the slice of bread, the bread getting sliced. But they did a couple of those cuts like that.
Oh, with the
watermelon.
Yeah.
And the chicken going through like the saw that cuts the chicken in half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that saw death was fucked up.
Yeah, well, they did two angles on it, right? One from above where they can use the actor, and the position of the camera makes it look like the saw's going through his head, and then the one from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good prop, which is also disgusting. It made me yell, "Oh, sick!"
Yeah, that was a good those two kills, the one with the meat saw and the one with the head crush, those are my favorite.
Well, they had whole prop heads. That was like 2 of the 3 prop heads that I remember from the movie. They had to build for shots like that. You know, we got to crush this one. We're going to cut this one in half. Although later we see that head again and it's cut the other way, which is funny. I was like, wait a minute, that head wasn't cut horizontally. It was cut vertically. What's going on? And
he gets top. He's on the cover.
Yep. So that's not a spoiler because it's right there.
He's on, and look, the generic beer is on the cover too.
Yeah, beer.
And yeah. Now that I'm seeing it, this fucking poster gives away who the fucking killer is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
At first, when I saw the poster, I was like, "It looks like Dennis Hopper with a fucking
it does.
fever." And this looks like Tony Danza sawed in half. This looks like
this is actually an awesome poster.
It is a good poster.
Well, actually, you don't even need to see his face. Look at the bottom of the title. It tells you it's him. Pull back.
Oh, he's just crazy about this store.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Because remember, Al Heston did he did not want to sign that paperwork.
It was his life. It's my life.
Yeah. You're not gonna take it away.
He was in Evil Dead too. Did we already talk about that?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Well, briefly. Well, no, him? No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, he was. Do you guys remember the character? What was her name? Billy Joe, I think it was. She's the one who swallowed the eyeball.
I can't.
Wait, you're talking about the first Evil Dead?
The second one.
Okay.
He was her boyfriend.
Yeah, wasn't that when the one was underneath the trap door and they jumped on it and the eye pops out?
Yeah.
So mustache guy was in Evil Dead 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Jake. He was Billy Joe's boyfriend.
Okay. Billy Joe sounds southern. That name sounds southern.
Well, he's a southern boy. He's the only one with the southern accent.
It doesn't always have to be southern. It could just be inbreeders.
that's what causes the twang, huh?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I apologize to any Southern listeners. It's
Tom,
just ego.
Tommy, I just watched the home episode of X Files. It's just even.
Oh, that episode is awesome.
It's it's the sickest one, right? It got pulled from Fox. And...
Yeah, that's queer.
It's still the most awful one.
I think the only reason why they pulled it from Fox was because she talks about the war of northern aggression.
Political reasons. It has nothing to do with content. Fox doesn't care about that.
Yeah, think about the content of the rest of the series. I mean, it gets pretty like they're talking about deep state stuff. I mean, we're really getting into stuff.
They go all the way. And kids die all the time in X Files. Spoiler alert, but they're not like you never see it happen, right? And it's real sensitive for some people to talk about, like, oh no, I can't be watching that. But like but they do like, sorry, no, kid didn't make it. Oh no, it's like there's some bad endings, like the cult episode where like they try to get there in time and they don't. Spoiler alert, it's like 20-year-old episode, but like everyone's already dead and like that's the end. It's like, what a bummer, man.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't. I can't say it was the worst thing that they ever did, but it's definitely like the most awful. That home episode, it's the most awful. It's like, ugh.
It's not too offensive for TV, though. I really don't think it is.
Well, that first scene before the credits is like, Jesus, was that what I think it was? And then we find out it was exactly what you thought it was.
Yeah, I guess my tolerance is a little.
You should watch it again. Well, watch it again. It's on Hulu.
I own it.
I remember at one point they had Logan's Run on TV. Mm-hmm. The original Logan's Run. They had that on TV. And it wasn't fully censored, so you got to see some bits and pieces.
Oh, word in America?
Yeah, you didn't see because it's a very quick scene. Yeah, I mean they did cut the scene a little bit, but you still see shit.
Was Jenny Agooter? I don't know. She's a Gen X babe. I never even knew that name until started hanging out with
a nurse from American Werewolf in London. A hot British nurse.
Sure. Now I need to watch that one too.
Oh, you've never seen American Werewolf in London?
No, but I actually recently watched a video about it, and it sounded pretty interesting. I never really been interested to see it until recently.
It is legit one of my favorite movies, and I don't pick favorite things. It is we reviewed it on my channel. It is amazing. You have to see it.
Well, yeah, but before it always just sounded too cornball. I'm like, a werewolf movie, okay. I think of like Teen Wolf, and I'm like, nah, pass. But then that one, actually, I'm like, okay, maybe I will watch that one. It actually does sound like a good werewolf movie.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
It's got some comedy elements to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, wasn't that a song by Zevon? Like, it was also a movie, a great movie, apparently.
Yeah, it's the best werewolf movie ever. I'm not even
ever.
Yeah, I'm not bloviating. I'm serious.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that's not hyperbole. It's what do they call it? Like superlative. It's the most, right? That's the best one.
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen too many werewolf movies. Like I never even saw the original, like the Wolf Man. I never
That's
saw
another
that
great one. Yep.
But American Werewolf in London is awesome fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I say I really enjoyed the first Howling when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw
the sequels were not as good.
All I know of the Howling 2 is that woman who showed her tits over and over again, and they show it in the end credits. They show it in the end credits, like no joke. They show it like 30 times. They show the same scene of her ripping her top off like 30 times.
Yeah, man. You always want the scenes that pop.
Pop the top. The fun don't stop.
I never saw either of them the whole way through. I've seen some
Either
of
of the
both
boobs?
of them. I've seen
Oh.
some of both of them. No, The Howling 1 and 2. They probably made it 3 and 4.
I
like
think they
did
went up
with-
to 5 or
like
6.
they did with
Yeah.
everything else.
Which one's better, the left one or the right one?
Whichever one gives you the big ending.
Anyway.
So yeah,
Okay.
someone's going around killing people.
Yeah,
we don't
in the
know
store.
who.
hmm We're pretty sure it's not the one we're supposed to
So
think it is.
Jennifer's also getting phone calls. She was getting phone calls, creepy phone calls.
Yep.
And we didn't go back to rotary phone cam when it was the creepy phone calls, which was like Trina said, it was wasted. You should have held that for a creepy phone call.
Yeah.
Mhm. Deliverance. Squeak like a pig for me, boy.
Oh yeah, is Deliverance a horror movie? That could be a horror movie.
Well, for us it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that depends on how scared you are of those people.
Oh, Jeffrey Tubin.
You got some real pretty lips, boy.
Yeah.
You got
What's it?
pretty lips.
Yeah. What's his name with the hair? He was tubing it. He was Jeffrey Tubin. From behind the beer.
Oh yeah, or the Howling's werewolf design. And you know, the Howling was actually the first one that did that type of werewolf design.
Oh,
too.
when they did the
Everybody else,
when they did the transformation, right?
yeah, because everybody else had that, that old school Universal monsters werewolf design. The Howling is the first one that gave it more of a wolf look to it, with the bent back legs and everything, like a canine would have.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first movie I remember ever having that design.
Instead of just a guy with the fucking shaggy face.
Yeah, with the shaggy face and shaggy hands and shit. Yeah.
Like Teen Wolf.
Oh my god. You know what? Everyone like that. You know what? Fuck that movie. I
That
hate
movie
Teen.
is awful.
I like
hate-
Teen Wolf.
I
I hate
hate
Teen Wolf too, though.
I hate Teen Wolf. I have a huge problem with Teen Wolf. This motherfucker turns into a werewolf mid basketball game, and everyone in school is cool with it, and they're applauding him. And like, yo, we're gonna make you the hero of school. You fucking werewolf, you. Like, get the fuck out of here. No. You fucking, you get your fucking weapons ready, and you take care of that fucking werewolf. And you find his family, you find his stupid looking father, and you eliminate him too.
No, wait a minute.
No. I'm not gonna believe. No, he's a true werewolf. No, get the fuck out of here. It's like, this guy's a cool MS-13 member. No, he's chill, bro. No.
Tommy, I just looked up The Howling. Never seen that one either. The poster has boobs on it. Even the
And
poster.
once again, what is wrong with that? I mean, you are getting a clear example of why you should be watching this movie.
Well, I got 2 werewolf movies to watch.
I'm saying Teen Wolf would have not existed in the high school I went to.
No, in the Bronx, no, everyone would
There
have
would
their
have been
silver bullets.
There would have been teenage vigilante werewolf hunters.
So, are you saying like a certain YouTuber, they probably would have made threats of shaving his shoulders?
Haze him, hold him down, and shave him like a dog. Give him a lion's cut.
Oh God, what was it? It was it was Emilio Estevez's character in The Breakfast Club. Yeah, you remember how hairy his butt cheeks are?
Well, when he said he ripped
his butt cheeks together.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I used to say, like, when they took the tape off, there was hair and skin on it.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know Teen Wolf. You know how hairy he is.
Oh, and his friend, too. That's another thing that pissed me off about Teen Wolf. Fuck that. I've seen that guy in other movies. That guy annoyed me in everything. What was it? Styles? Yeah, fuck that
I don't care.
Werewolf
I
London
like that movie. I thought it was stupid fun.
Where's the
You
line?
I
know,
couldn't
I
even
would
have
take-
fun watching. I couldn't even have fun watching. it.
Dude, I'll take Teen Wolf off over anything that they're putting out nowadays.
Well, yeah.
You know what? I would too. Yes.
Which one has the werewolf transformation that looks physically painful?
American Werewolf.
American
That would.
Werewolf.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
That
actually,
makes
the Howling does too. I think
Okay.
in the initial transformation, they make it.
There
look
used
real
to be this TV show back in the day. It was when Fox first became an actual network on channel. Well, we got it on Channel 5 here. I don't know
it's
where
2
anyone
here.
else has it.
Yeah.
But it's where shit like 21 Jump Street, Married with Children,
Mhm.
Tracy Ullman show. It's where
Mhm.
all that shit started. And there was a show called Werewolf back in the day.
Just
And-
werewolf.
Yeah, but it was an awesome fucking show, and the effects were for its time were really fucking good. Like
Okay. So
I- I
Okay.
think they might have gotten flack from it because of the way he turned into the werewolf was because he had a pentagram on his hand. Like after he had
Oh.
gotten attacked by the werewolf, there was a pentagram on his hand.
that's
and
from
every-
that's from Universal Monsters, the Wolfman. That's where that comes from.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, okay, but the show I'm saying like they probably didn't last long because of that thing. It's like every time
Oh,
he would turn into a werewolf, the pentagram would start bleeding.
Yeah. But then in the 90s, you had the kids' cartoon of Beetlejuice, where Lydia literally summons him from the dead, and
Dude, we also had kids' cartoon of Rambo. We had
Rambo.
there were kids'
yeah.
cartoons of a lot of shit that shouldn't have really been kids' cartoons.
Godzilla.
Oh man.
Like Godzilla.
Well,
fucking
I was just watching all those intros from like
Robo-
80s TV
There
shows
was a
and the
RoboCop
cartoons.
cartoon. There was a
Yeah.
RoboCop Saturday morning cartoon.
I was thinking about you guys earlier watching those old intros, especially the 80s cartoons for Tommy, because a lot of those shows were based on toy lines.
A Conan the Barbarian.
See, I don't
And there
remember
was
that
a
one.
Thundar the Barbarian, and it's like a similar concept, but post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, Thunder was much different. I talked about that one, but Conan, that's
I remember
that is a pretty bloody comic,
Oh, and what Slasher mentioned this cartoon one time I'd never heard of and never heard of it since, but then it showed up in one of those cartoon compilations. It was Brave Star, the last one made by whatever company that was.
Yeah, the one where the kid died of a drug overdose on an episode.
Yeah, it was a sci-fi western, with a Native American sheriff. It looked like Tatooine. A lot of the
I
episodes
can't
look
believe
like
they
Tatooine.
actually did that on the cartoon. They had a kid die of a drug overdose.
Yeah, RR. Yep, Teen Wolf cartoon. And,
There
he
was
says
a Teen Wolf cartoon.
Thunder was created
there.
by Jack Kirby.
There was a Teen Wolf cartoon. Yeah, they made cartoons of everything and anything. Fucking MC Hammer had a cartoon.
Mr. T.
Yeah,
T had a cartoon.
Mr. T. That's right. Yep, and he wasn't B.A. Baracus. He
They
was
made a
Mr.
Bill
T.
and Ted cartoon.
God. Oh, I know I've asked you this before, but there was a show that no one remembers, and I know you guys remember it, but nobody, no other millennials anyway, seem to remember it ever existed. And I think it was called Pro Stars, and it was about 3 athletes.
Well, fucking all right, Gretzky, Jordan, and Bo Jackson.
Yes!
I remember that. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember
it was
that.
real. It was a real cartoon, not on very
definitely
long.
Remember it.
And the
And yes,
basketball opened up and a propeller came out.
I will back you up. Yes, it exists.
And then he could fly holding the basketball because the propeller came out. And Gretzky's stick could shoot hockey pucks. It was dumb, but it was very memorable.
They made an Attack of the Killer Tomatoes
Oh,
Saturday morning cartoon.
That ran
They
for a
made-
while.
They made a Toxic Avenger Saturday morning cartoon.
I remember.
They made a fucking cartoon of everything, dude.
Yeah, I remember the Tomatoes cartoon came on right before Mr. Bogus in the 90s.
I don't
Nobody
remember
remembers
Mr.
Mr.
Bogus.
Bogus.
No, I don't.
Even millennials don't remember Mr. Bogus, but I remember Bogey. I used to watch Bogey. He called himself Bogey. but the show was called Mr. Bogus.
I remember John Candy had a fucking cartoon
Oh,
at one
that's
point called
Camp Candy?
Candy. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It was the 90s. I remember. I didn't watch it because it looked like it sucked, but I remember it.
It did suck.
Yeah. These weren't all good, but they existed and they were real. Okay, what were you
Imagine if they made a cartoon of this where every week, a Saturday morning cartoon where someone in this supermarket
got killed.
Yeah, and like a different person breaks in and tries to kill all of them, but it's every week. Every week at the night shift, they all get to keep their jobs in this cartoon,
which makes Slasher happy.
Yeah, and then at the end, Mr. T gives him a lesson about safety in the workplace.
Yeah, they'll have like special guests the way Scooby-Doo used to have. Like this week, fucking Don Knotts comes into the grocery store and helps them fight off the killer. And next week we'll have the Harlem Globetrotters.
Don Knotts. Oh my god. Mr. Roper.
No, you Mr. Furley. Oh man. I'm surprised they because still all right, all this killer shit was marketed to children back in the days. It was because there were kids wearing Freddy costumes and kids wearing Jason costumes, and the parents were just like, okay, I'll have you dress up as a fucking fictional serial killer.
Slasher, what about before, you really had the rise of the really good quality action figures? They had the damn dolls. Like, they had a Freddy Krueger freaking doll. Matter of fact, I brought that one back from my parents' house. They had they had Chucky. They had a few other ones. I don't remember if they ever had Jason, but I'm pretty sure they had a Mike Myers one back in the day, too.
Oh, I remember there was a Freddy one. I remember that he wasn't even a figure; he was just kind of standing. Do you remember this one where he just kind of had his hands on his shoulders, and it was a little bit harder of a rubber, I think, than the WWF figures from back of the day.
Rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, rubber. Well, I don't know if you know this.
Well, at least you're using protection, Slasher.
On my action figures? No, my action figures. I'm the only one who's been in my action figures.
He's done a lot of custom paint work on them.
Yeah. Nobody gets in your rubbers but you. But yeah, no.
White is a very good base coat. A very good base coat.
Oh, yeah, I remember when I was in elementary school. I hadn't seen most of these adult movies, but I knew a lot of kids who had. They'd seen the horror movies, the slashers. They'd seen RoboCop. That was a bit bloody for me at the time to be allowed to. My parents and
my father took me to see RoboCop in the movie. Well,
remember the one movie I saw in the theater that was way ahead of my age was the Demon Knight, the Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. My parents found out then that I never saw The Babysitter again. But that was the one movie that was like an adult horror movie that was not okay. That I saw it in the theater and I loved it. And so I could tell everyone at school, I'm like, I saw this movie and there's demons and they kill people and a lady got naked and Billy Zane has like a fire penis that he whips her with and cool.
All right, so
anyway,
I'm gonna try to list the violent movies my dad took me to before I was 10 years old. So he took me to see Die Hard, The Running Man, Predator, RoboCop. Okay, so by the time we went to see Rambo 3, I was 10 years old. There's got to be something else. got to be like one or two other like over the top violent things he took. Like,
I guarantee one was a Chuck Norris movie, and it was
no,
misconnected.
nope,
No?
not never a Chuck.
Wow.
My dad was not a Chuck. My dad was not a fan of white men doing martial arts.
Oh,
Did
I'm
you say
not-
any,
I'm not
of
cool.
the?
I'm
Like,
not. Yeah, I'm
Commando?
gonna tell you right. I'll tell you right now. Seriously. When Bloodsport was coming out in the fucking movies, and we had to see these commercials all the time. I'm like, Dad, let's go see Bloodsport. His response, "Oh, it's a fucking white man pretending to be Bruce Lee." Like,
Oh man, he
it's
likes it
it
real.
was almost like he had never seen that Chuck Norris was a martial artist. I didn't
Mhm.
get it.
Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee did that one movie together where they fought in the Coliseum.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad was a weird dude. Like I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, your parents weren't fundamentalist Christians like mine. Although
also,
our parents took him to see everything.
or like he wouldn't want to see Willow. Seriously, I wanted to go see Willow. He was like the Al Sharpton for midgets. The way he was going on about fucking Ron Howard exploiting midgets for his movie.
Oh,
Like, he really went
okay.
into
Exploiting.
and
So
that's
your
them a
your
job.
father was a lib.
no, he was not. No, he was
Oh, man.
not. He absolutely was not.
Yeah,
I
but
think he just was making up excuses.
yeah, but Peter
There's no way
Dinklage
this
took
fucking
their
guy did not.
jabs.
There's no way this fucking guy did not know of Chuck Norris before fucking Van Damme came along with Bloodsport. Unless he
Yeah.
just had total disrespect for Chuck Norris.
You
I
know,
don't know.
acting in movies is one of the highest professions that little people aspire to. And
My dad was a very grumpy man. He was,
you know,
his dealing with him was a trick. Like it was like you had to do certain things to deal with him.
you know,
That's why he called you out on your stunts all the time.
Yeah, but apparently I pulled a lot of stunts. Yeah.
well, now Snow White doesn't even have little people as dwarves. She just has bohemian weirdos. Thanks, Dinklage. Took her
Yeah.
jabs.
Yep.
Oh, you mean the 7 diverse people? Instead
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
7
Dude, you know how many little people actors must have been like disappointed to find
Yeah.
out that they couldn't try out for that movie?
I know that guy
For
from
real.
Watchmen is really pissed now because he can't get any work.
Right, and like what the ice pick killer from Twin Peaks, The Return, the little guy just kills
Yep.
people with the ice pick. Yeah, Tree remembers. Oh man,
Yeah, there were also no midgets in this movie. This movie was very undiverse.
yeah.
This movie should be recreated.
No, don't say that.
It would get Cedric the Entertainer to be the star of this.
Oh, what a comedian?
Yeah, for the redo of Intruder for a modern audience.
I see. I don't know. It would be less funny with comedians in it, though. It works because it's Sam Raimi, the film director, gets hung up on a meat hook. That's funny. And then his body's used to close a door, a heavy door. Like,
I'm talking about if we're going to redo it for a modern audience.
Oh, they'd fuck it up. I think this is much better movie than I thought it would be. It's very enjoyable. I'll put it that way. It was enjoyable for me.
Racked up at the fucking VHS stores. This definitely. I never saw this because I used to fucking be in VHS stores all the time. Like
that's where a lot of these picks came from, right? It was from your memory of it.
No, this movie I found out late. I found out that from the internet. I never knew about this movie.
I wasn't even excited to watch it. Like when I turned it on, I found it on Tubi. I'm like, all right. I mean, it's our movie. He picked it. I'll watch it.
A lot of these movies. A lot of these movies, Darius, is some of these I've been finding from the internet instead of seeing on the VHS shelf back in the day. They would have the bootleggest of the bootleggest movies. The not even B movies, C, D movies, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like The Exterminator.
Yep.
And that was where I first saw that shit on a fucking VHS shelf.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? I finally want to watch this movie. Highly disappointed after I watched it.
how many of these episodes, these podcasts, have been for, from I saw this movie on a VHS shelf in 1992.
Well, it kind of started that way, and then it ended up with stuff I was finding out on the internet.
And I always wondered about this one.
And you
now
know what?
I'm
I
gonna
can't
watch it.
even remember where I found out about this one. I don't even remember where I found it.
The reason that became a thing is because there was a lot of these movies that didn't go into theaters,
Mhm.
and they went straight to VHS. I mean, you can kind of.
I know, but you would
look
have
at some
thought.
of the cartoons too that wound up doing that. Like GI Joe the movie was one of them, went straight to VHS. I mean,
But I
the rise of VHS gave rise to the instant release to video stores and market stuff, and that's what you see
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying,
these
like,
movies
I
do the
would have
same
thought.
thing.
I'm just saying, I would have thought that, like, maybe I would have seen this on the shelf in all the video stores. Like, we were members, because you had to be members of video stores back in the day. Like,
But slasher,
I was
you got to
like,
think.
four,
You got to think
five.
about. You got to think of it like this: when you get these B-rated movies, they're not going to have a lot of copies of these things. They're going to probably have one single copy.
I know.
So,
I guess
so
this
what's the
one
chances?
must have escaped my neighborhood.
Right, like what's the chances that one single movie is always going to be on the shelf every time you go in there? Because there's always somebody else that's like, hey, I'm just going to pick a random movie I've never heard of and watch that tonight.
I definitely would have recognized the poster. I definitely would have recognized that VHS cover on the shelf. I definitely, it would have caught my attention. As a little kid, I was always into that fucking that like Chopping Mall. I never got to see Chopping Mall, but I used to see the poster in the fucking this poster was on the glass of the video store for so long that it started to deteriorate.
Why do you think Chopping Mall has achieved such iconic status in the last few years? Of all
it's
the
so
movies
fucking
like that,
cheesy.
is because the name is such a pun.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, but I thought this was a good movie. I think the name Chopping Mall is such a cheesy pun.
I kind of thought Chopping Mall was a much better version of this.
I can see that with robots.
Chopping Mall was more fun than this. I still don't get why it was called Chopping Mall, because they're not chopping anybody.
It's just a play on words, because
I
shopping
know, because it was also called Killbots. It was supposed to be called Killbots.
Yeah, but
I actually watched.
I wouldn't watch a movie called Killbots. I'll watch a movie called
Chopping Mall. Right. I think I actually watched Chopping Mall once many years ago, but I think I was pretty drunk and I don't remember most of it.
Chopping Mall is a fucking not sober movie. If you're like, I'm gonna sit down and watch Chopping Mall, you better be under the influence of something.
I think I remember putting it on, and then I was just shit-faced from there on out. And
it's a short movie. I'll say that much. It's definitely a short movie.
Okay.
It's a good watch party movie because you don't really have to, it's not plot heavy.
A watch what?
Watch party movie.
Party? Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is what we do here. We have watch parties. Saturday night watch party.
All right.
I'm just having fun with you.
Watch party.
No, say it your normal way.
Don't do it for me.
Say it your normal way, please.
Oh man, no, yeah, no. In Michigan, this is all Michigan people in this movie, right? And so, what do we say? I don't know. We don't pronounce the D on the end of a word.
No.
So,
well, how do you say lid?
Well, no, that's different. Okay. Well, actually, no. We would say like lid. Yeah, no. You say I don't know. It's more of like you just kind of cut it off, and then you say like butter instead of butter.
Butter.
Yeah, butter. Smooth like butter. No, wait, no. We do
butter?
pronounce the R's. We do pronounce our R's, that's for sure.
You from Long Island? Butter.
Yeah, well, no. In fact, we overpronounce our R's here. It's a little too much R. But
that's kind of like
You sound like
New
a
Yorkers
Long Island
do
Jewish person.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah, no.
Butter.
Maybe in Southfield, but no. The rest of us don't actually say it like that.
Peanut butter and jelly.
I say butter. Butter. All right. Butter. How did that sound? Did that sound New
It sounded
York?
normal.
Butter? Butter.
You sound normal
Butter.
to me. Yeah.
Okay, but then I have other like stairs, like
Yeah.
stairs that you climb up. I've heard people say I say stairs. I've heard people say that I say that.
Well, what about water?
Water?
Oh,
Water.
oh, yeah. Tommy's thinking of
Oh,
the
do you say
Pennsylvania
water?
way.
Did you say water?
All right, everybody, take a turn saying it.
We say
Water?
like water.
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 And in Pennsylvania, they say wooder.
Water.
Yeah,
That's too. I don't know how you can put that much energy into that
Water?
word. Water.
It's
not
cool,
water.
clear water.
All right, this is one that annoys me. I say chocolate. Anyone who says chocolate, I don't want to hear you. What you fucking say? Chocolate.
Oh well, I'm sorry to tell you.
You say chocolate?
I love hot chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah. Oh, you enjoy
you're pronouncing it wrong. It's chocolate.
You enjoy a cup of hot chocolate out on Bar Harbor.
Chocolate. And I hate when people who are not from Mass or Boston try to sound like it because they.
This is a Harvard bar.
Oh no, I
can't. Well, you were talking about the water thing. So the reason I say water. Number one, there was this place up in Jersey is like probably one of the coolest things about it besides Asbury Park that pretty much got burned down to the ground. I'm not going to say by who, but they could be into chicken. But there was this place that they had in Jersey. It was up in Netcong, New Jersey. It was called Wild West City. And basically it was like a little mini, almost like a theme park of a Western town. So they had plays and everything like that, and one of the songs that always used to come over the loudspeakers, they used to play their song, and we'd go on and get some cool, clear water. Like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that song other than it used to play at that place all the time. But my wife, when she first started working as a dispatcher, a lot of the people are very, very raised Southern. So when she came in, she said, "Oh, I need to get some water." They were like, "What the hell is water?" You mean water? Water? They busted her balls about that for months.
Yeah. Tommy, I done dealt with it before as a Yankee going down south.
My stepdad's from Atlanta. He used to say like, well, if you're sleepy, it means you're tired. Like tired? He's like, no, tired is what you do to your car when you get a flat.
You're turd. You're turd.
Yeah. And you don't buy flowers, you buy flares.
I've dealt with the northern to southern blockade when it comes to
and Mason Dixon that.
But I think I was saying I don't remember if I said it on stream before, but when I was in Tennessee and I'm ordering a pizza, and of course up here,
pie. Yeah,
up here in the north they call them pies. What?
Hey, get a load of this guy.
Hey, the pizzeria. It's fucking Papa John's, boy.
The city slicker wants some pie. I think I got some apple in the back.
Who is saying pie for pizza?
New York.
Or a large pie.
That's what they call it.
Why are you guys calling it pie?
It's a pizza pie.
Okay, but see, this is the other thing too, man. There's a goddamn song about it. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Yeah.
Everyone should know that fucking song.
Yeah, but it's not a pie. It's a pizza.
It's a piece of pie.
It's not a pizza pie.
You can't order a pizza in New York. They'd be like, "You want a pizza? What? A pizza. A pizza.
I want a pizza. Yeah, order in New York. I want a pizza." They're gonna be like, why don't you? What? They're gonna tell you over the phone. Why don't you come in here and I'll beat you over the head with one of these napkin dispensers, and then you decide what you want.
A piece of what? A piece of ass? No, I want a pizza, a pepperoni pizza. No.
How the fuck did this conversation?
Oh, I have to ask Trina something. Trina, do you like apples?
No, I'm not. No,
Well, I got a number. How you like them apples?
Tommy, did they call pizzas pies in New Jersey? I'm just wondering. When you were,
Depending on where you went.
all right, was it depending on whether it was a chain like Domino's or Little Caesars?
Yeah, or a mafia-owned
Well,
joint.
Yeah, if it was
actually-
like Johnny,
it-
or if it was
no,
Johnny
it
Foodbox.
It just depended on the establishment. It just depended on it because certain places they would call it like maybe tomato pies or something like that, and then other
Yeah.
places would literally just call it pizza.
Oh,
So you
man.
would go in and you wouldn't order a pizza pie, you would order a large pizza or a medium pizza. It all
Good on the
depended
bada bing.
Yeah, it was individual. It was whatever the guy was running the establishment decided it was going to be.
Hey, wait, what kind of pie you want? You want a pizza pie or some poontang pie? Yeah, you know. Forget about it.
It's fucking stupid. It's not a pie. It's pizza.
You want pie? My sister's got a big hairy one. You can have all you want.
All I'm saying is when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
I don't care. I don't care about the song. It's a pizza. It's not a pie. In Italy,
large-
they don't call it a pie. They call it a
It's
pizza.
large pie. When you are,
You
yes,
don't-
of
all
course
right,
you're
all
ordering
right.
a pizza. Of course
Here's-
you're ordering a pizza, but if you want a large calzone, they're large calzone.
Oh,
Yeah, but a
Hey,
pizza
hey,
isn't a calzone, so you don't have
I mean,
to say
it kind of is.
no. No,
Hold it over.
a calzone. It's also calzone, but it's
No, see, that's also napkin
It's shout
dispenser
out.
treatment. If you say
I'll
calzone.
kill you. Mayor Quimby, chowder. It's chowder. Chowder. I'll kill you.
No,
They should've
actually,
did
what
this
he's saying he's not saying pizza. He's saying when the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie.
Yeah, it could be any pie. It could be a pumpkin.
No, that's an Italian song. So
It
they
could be
gotta
coconut
start-
cream.
Like they would have to talk about Italian stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, you go to Italy and you say, "Can I have a pie?" They're not going to give you a freaking pizza because you didn't ask for a pizza. You asked for a pie, so you're going to get apple. You're going to get
Yeah, but pizzerias don't make fucking like lemon meringue and fucking cherry and fucking pumpkin. They don't. do it.
I'm Trina's onto something. You go to the wrong person and you just ask some older lady for a pie, you might get more than you wanted. Just saying.
Yeah, if you go to a good pizzeria in New York, they're not gonna have any of that kind of pie. You know, you get like I don't know, cannoli, maybe a tiramisu if it's a nice place.
I got an idea for the remake of Intruder. It's in a pizzeria.
and someone comes in asking for a pie.
Slasher's going to
I'm
need
the
to
bad
stock
guy.
up on toothpicks and tweezers so he can get all the hair out of his teeth. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah. Oh, we call it deep dish. Yeah, since this is a Michigan movie.
Well, what's that? A large curl?
Oh my god!
Oh man, Detroit pizza is square, guys, and I hate it, but everyone else loves it.
You
Like
mean
I'm okay with the
Elio's?
shape.
No,
I'm okay.
Detroit style pizza is square. They cut it into squares, which means that you could end up with a piece with no crust, and then there's nowhere to grab it. Although people love that piece because, oh yeah, it's all still crust. It's all just. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have to eat it with a
where you
fork.
go someplace, you just call that Sicilian.
Well, dude.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, but there's a
places around
circular.
here
They
are-
cut it square.
All right, like I know people like, oh, New York pizza is always awesome. It's not always awesome because
No.
there's some places who don't know how to fucking make it. Like,
And New York isn't authentic pizza, is it? You want a pizza, you have to go to Italy.
Well, it's.
I don't want to go to
same
Italy. Fuck
kind
Italy.
of thing
I
over
don't
there,
wanna go
right?
there.
No.
And they don't have
you-
pepperoni because
the
that's a
pizza-
made-up word.
So pizza is very different in Italy. Like there is nothing like it in America. Nobody makes pizza like they do in Italy.
Right, and pepperoni just means peppers over there, right?
Oh man, I
I
think
think-
you're
I think
right.
so.
I think you're right about that. Yeah.
We didn't know the difference, so we call it pepperoni, but it's basically sausage.
So
Just a thin
pizza.
piece
And
of
they
sausage.
they put bologna on their pizza over there in Italy.
So pizzeria
Do not
intruder.
listen
Yeah.
to this. Do not-
Pizzeria intruder would be like the owner. Let's say the owner's name is Mario. And,
Okay, I
and-
think we're done here.
and
I
his
come here to eat
and
pie and kick
he
ass.
owns 51% of the pizzeria. Right. And fucking
he wants to call it pizza.
his little brother Petey is the 49% owner, right?
Yeah.
And
What's the
and-
Italian
and-
version of PD?
Yeah,
Petrino,
yeah.
Petriano.
so then
Anyway.
Jennifer is at the counter, right? And then her ex-boyfriend Salvatore comes in. And Salvatore has been locked up because he did a mob hit because some dude fucking kissed her on the street like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, but he was set
So-
up by a rat.
Salvatore grabs Jennifer's arm and he's getting very aggressive over the pizza counter, right? So then they have to come out and like slap him in the face with a hot slice of pizza and drive him away. And then you know, and then it just writes itself from there.
But I never snitched, Jennifer. Not once.
Pizza Intruder.
See, I don't even know if they could redo this movie now because I was telling you earlier there's a 2016 movie called Intruder.
I saw there was one
yeah.
called. I saw there was one called Intruders.
Yeah, but there's also one that was in 2018, but in 2016 they had a movie just called Intruder. And I looked it up just to see was it a remake of this one or was it an entirely different movie? It's an entirely different movie, but they've already used the same name again. So
Yeah.
I kind of doubt you would see somebody remake this and use the same name again.
It's the one thing they didn't have in the grocery store was pizza. Or pies.
I don't know why. I don't know why Trina's so hesitant over to Bologna. It's Bologna is very Italian.
Bologna.
Oh,
Bologna.
I just
It's from
there was
Bologna.
a guy named
Italy.
Bologna-
It doesn't
Bologna
get any
in,
more Italian.
Wasn't there a guy named Bologna who worked on this movie? I thought I saw the name like Frank Bologna or something.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was something else I was watching.
Right, Bologna.
Yeah, it was spelled like that.
Fabrizio Gabagool.
Hey, when the moon hits your eye like a big slice of Bologna, that's amore.
When the moon hits your eye like a kid, when the moon hits your eye like a kid of Chef Boyardee, you know you're really Italian.
Right about now, DBS's ears just picked up.
You know, Chef Boyardee was Italian.
I know, but his modern cuisine ain't that Italian. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they needed spaghetti and meatballs in a can so that everybody could eat it.
I got that double stuff or the overstuffed beef ravioli covering a shelf down there. I love that stuff. But you know what I can't find lately is the sausage, the Italian sausage raviolis.
There was no Chef Boyardee expired cans on the shelf in this movie.
Yeah,
No, there wasn't.
That's disappointing.
I also noticed that they have a frozen food section. I don't think they had a frozen.
I didn't see one.
Frozen food section.
I don't think they went to that end of the store.
Yes, they had enough groceries for like that one part of the store.
Yeah,
I'm still wondering if that's real. That they had like one site said that it was a real grocery store. The other one said that they had to bring in defective goods.
Yeah, I wonder which.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Is Wikipedia right or is IMDb right?
I would say Wikipedia is more than likely going to be wrong because they are wrong on so many different things.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I always say I never trust Wikipedia as a source.
I'm gonna say I want to believe that it was shelves full of expired goods.
Yeah. Well, there's real cereal. Although if it was Kellogg, that's right here in Battle Creek.
And
You
then
know?
after the movie, they buried it where they buried all those ET cartridges.
Right.
Fucking
What's
hard.
going on? What's going on, Space Lab X?
Ew.
Hey, Space Lab, my
What's up,
man.
Nate?
Welcome,
How you doing, Nate?
Nate. Good day, mate.
It's
up with
not
the
even
Blarney to
fucking
you?
St. Patty's Day yet.
Oh, it's a good Irishman there, Space Lab X.
How you doing, man? I wonder if he
Welcome,
knows of this
Space Lab.
movie. I wonder if he knows of Intruder, where he intrudes. Someone intrudes. We have two intruders, actually, when you think about it. Well, one's not an
Mhm.
intruder.
Yeah.
One's a fucking mutiny on the bounty. Is this mutiny on the bounty?
Well, I
Yeah.
think Craig does become an intruder because remember they kick him out and he ends up back in the store.
Mhm.
I know, but he kind of, like helps. You know what? You can't even say save the date. There is no saving the date. This movie is
No,
fucking.
it's
No,
too late.
Yeah, he doesn't even
Nobody
die at
saves
the
the
end.
day.
Well, he does attack someone with a hammer, and regardless of who it turned out to be, he didn't know that at the time. So that was like felonious assault. Well,
The
he may or may
Intruder?
not be on parole. Yeah.
The intruder lives on. I'm telling you, there could be a sequel.
Yeah, you know what I think is funny about this one? I don't know if you guys caught it. Did you catch the running scene with Jennifer?
Yes, that was stupid.
Oh my
Where
god!
she was running
Oh
like
my
she was
god! She ran like a
she
fucking
was special
like
ed
a-
running for
like
the minibus.
like a 2-year-old, like a 2-year-old from a butterfly. Like
I'm gonna get there.
and they kept
Help me!
cutting, to every aisle, which made it look worse.
It was so bad. She's like running, like she's like, I don't want to run right now.
Dude, if she would have been running with her feet in like a duck and her knees bent, it would have been perfect.
Maybe she couldn't run in such high-waisted pants. Maybe I was fucking keeping her back.
I see people with their shoelaces tied together run better.
She may have had like a physical disability that you just never could see in all the other shots until she had to run through the store.
Well, then she needs to shave that beast if it's tripping her up. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, like a beard, like tripping on her crotch beard. Yeah. Fine, true.
Wrap that thing around her waist or something. Give her a little freedom.
Oh, man. You got to use that Intruder lube. Frank Filoni. Wait, Frank Filoni. Oh, I said Felonious assault. Frank Filoni meet Frank Filoni.
Take a big whacker to that damn thing.
Oh,
the other part that I thought was really comical is the scene with the knife.
Yeah,
with the bouncing knife.
When it
pops
back
up in the air.
Yeah. That was great.
Well, I thought it went all the way through his chest, and that's why it bounced up in the air. But then he didn't have like an exit wound.
Also, when she was under the car, I was like, "Oh, she's got the knife in her hand." And then you saw it when she was on the ground that she was hiding the knife from him. I was like, "Oh, okay, this is how she's gonna do it." Like, I saw that come. Like, there were certain parts of this, like, I don't know. This fucking guy, you saw something was there. All right. Remember in the beginning when they all find out they get fired, and he's getting
not
mad.
getting fired. They're losing their jobs because the company's going out of business.
Yeah, all right. Either way, they're getting fired.
Slasher is really bent about this.
I'm just
no
saying,
possibility
like,
of
remember all right. So, all right, after the news drops, whatever way you want to put it, this is the pie conversation all over again. Whatever way you want to put it. So, all right, when they're in the basement and fucking Mustache is talking to Jennifer, and he's like, "I have a suggestion. Like, I could recommend you. Everyone else here is working as a douchebag." And he's like scratching his ear.
Yeah.
And he's talking to her and he's saying, like, about getting her a job at another place that he knows of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
see,
this
that
is
was
like,
nice.
but all right. But then but then at the end, when he's making the phone call to the police and he's covered in blood.
Yeah. He does the total dick thing, and
Yeah.
he's like, "It was them," and then he's laughing about it.
And also, like, I thought that when they went up to the attic and showed all those masks, I thought one of those masks was gonna like come into play.
I know.
Like
Like-
Craig was gonna be running around the place wearing a jester mask or something.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's kind of a missed opportunity, isn't it? I don't
But,
think they should have. It should have been called, like, they originally were going to call it the Night Crew, and I think that would have been a better name.
Well, Intruder also sounds.
Well, it sounds, it sounds like a 80s horror movie. That's probably why they kept it. They named it that.
I think they also did it for the swerve aspect.
I
of
also
it.
think Intruder sounds more like it would have been an in-house thing like this.
Like more rapey and stuff like that.
I don't know. Like there was this, I can't remember the name of this movie with fucking Anthony Hopkins, where they like broke into his house and him and his wife and his kid were in the house, and it was like
In and Out.
Wait, say more, because I think I know what you're talking about.
God damn it! I gotta look up this Anthony
Back and
Hopkins.
forth. A little wiggle, side by side. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about clams smashing against the tennis balls?
Oh my god.
There was no rape in
That's
this
not how you
goddamn
make
movie. There was
clam
no
chowder.
goddamn rape in this movie, Tommy. Anthony Hopkins was not violated in any sexual manner in this movie.
Tommy,
I think it was Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke, this other
I don't
guy.
know. Mickey Rourke looks like somebody who'd probably intrude on somebody else.
Okay, Mickey Rourke, and who else?
Anthony Hopkins, and this other guy who's been in a shit ton of movies. And Anthony Hopkins' 70-year-old ass is like in a chair getting the shit kicked out of him for most of the movie by Mickey Rourke. But it's like an in-house break-in movie. That would be a movie that should be called Intruder.
Desperate Hours?
Okay, there you go.
I think it's on, it looks like it's on Tubi.
At this point, you might as well just say if it's not on Tubi, it doesn't exist.
Well, also depending on how long they're gonna fucking keep it up, how long they decide to let it play.
Well, I mean, if there's
That's
a problem,
always-
you can always get a blue pill.
That's always the question. Is how long they're going to keep it up.
Why does everything have to be so sexual with you guys? It's fucking
Me? I'm never
bunch
doing
of
that.
foul mouth, potty mouth, fucking potty mouth, motherfuckers.
This is not my fault. I just hear the voices.
Oh, wait.
So what did
Tommy, yes, I just saw your comments.
is there a bubbler around here?
Slamming clams together is not how you make New England chowder.
It's not, I don't know much, but I know this. It's not how you make New England clam chowder, Tommy.
You're doing it all wrong.
Slamming clams ain't the way, Tommy. It ain't the way.
Wait, why are we telling Tommy this?
Because he was talking about slamming clams.
you know
He
what?
brought up slamming
That would
clams.
be a fucking awesome name for a lesbian bar.
Slamming clams.
Slamming clams.
Oh, I could just call it the fisherman's dock.
Do you like fish sticks? Ew, no. I like slamming clams.
Anywho,
I feel like
there's still a movie we gotta finish talking about. Anyway,
I feel like
Manhattan
the
Way.
Slam and Clams could be a band.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
no,
like
no
an
band.
80s band.
The Slam and Clams. It's a ska band.
They
They
open up
could
for
do
the
they could do a remake of In the Still of the Night, and it could be In the Fish Smell of the Night.
Oh,
You hear
Tommy.
foghorns.
they open up one time for the Go-Go's. Their fucking claim to fame.
Oh yeah, or the slits. Yeah, the slits and the slam and clams. Double bill.
Watch out for the squirts.
I remember someone saying to me one time, and I've never seen this even used before. They were saying that the name for a titty bar, a great name for a titty bar, the booby trap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I
I
told you
never
about the one
heard
near
that.
the airport,
I
right?
never-
We have a strip club next to the airport. It's called the Landing Strip.
Why don't they have one called Kabangers?
They probably
Mm.
do.
I
Kabangers
guarantee
sounds
somebody
like it.
has one called Knockers. I would guarantee you that.
We have a Bada Bing now. It used to be Atlantis Lounge. It's actually
Wait,
the first strip
Bada
club I
Bing
went
is
to.
real? That's
Well,
not
yeah,
just a Sopranos thing? That's a
it
real
used
thing
to
now?
be. It used to be the Atlantis Lounge, at which time it was.
They're
It
allowed
was
to
the first
just
strip
take
club
the
I went to when I was
name from
18.
the Sopranos and do
But
that.
now it's Bada Bing, and it's connected to a motel, right? There's
They
motel
should get
rooms.
sued. That
I don't
guy,
know
what's his name?
if they
David
had to
Chase.
license
That
it.
guy needs to sue.
It's the sleaziest setup because it's all a single structure. The
We got
motel and the
we
strip
got a
club.
place here called Sin City, where I think they got all the really, really ghetto girls, like the Cardi
Right.
B's of the world.
Cardi Bronx. Yeah.
Skanktacular.
And they all work at the Cracked Clam.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they slam clams.
oh yeah. Well, downriver there's a road called Dick's Road, DIX. There's a strip club on Dick's Road called Chicks
So
on Dick's.
I guess slam and clams would be scissoring, right? It's just slam and clams.
Uh,
Oh my god.
So what would the nightclub be? I could hear the ocean.
there are ours, guys.
Fantastic voyage.
Yeah.
30,000 Leagues Under the Clam.
Oh my god.
We took a real deep dive in this one, guys, but I think we should get back to the movie.
Yeah.
Well, there's not really even much to say left about this movie because it's just kill after kill after kill. And then Craig attempting to come back time after time.
What about
And really
the
not-
scene where he's walking down the aisle and he's kind of like reliving the story that he was telling the kids, where he's got the head in one hand and he's got the sandwich in the other?
Yeah. Yeah, that's from another place.
Well, he says the story to the kids earlier in the movie.
Yeah. And that's actually from something. Head in one hand and sandwich in the other. I'm looking it up.
Hey, I remember he kept saying the guy's name was Parker.
No, I think his name was Parker, right? Here comes Parker walking
Oh.
down the aisle, right?
It was in Raising Arizona. That line. Head in one hand, sandwich in the other.
When did Raising Arizona come out?
88, I think.
Wait, Really? Was it that far back?
Raising
Yeah.
Arizona, I think, was 88.
Wait, nice.
Hang on, I'm trying to find gifts for this movie, and they're blocking me from trying to look at gifts for this movie.
Raising Arizona was 87.
Okay.
Okay.
Head in the hand.
Are
and
they
sails in
actually
the other.
trying to block me from looking at gifts for Intruder from fucking 1989 that nobody gives a flying fuck about?
Who's blocking you from looking at gifts?
My own goddamn computer? Okay.
They've infested it. They've intruded on your computer.
These fucking intruders.
You could start a script about this.
I'm gonna set it in the Apple Store.
No.
The overnight Apple Store.
No,
The overnight Apple Store is gonna be 2 workers, and then
it's got to be
like,
at the Smashing Clams.
that could be part 2.
It's a great idea. You guys are wicked smart. Yeah, there he is. Sam on a hook. You love to see it. I'm sure he enjoyed that. He's too old to be getting hung up on
has
hooks
he
now.
like acted in any other movies?
Not much. He's usually, directing, but it is fun to see him. That's why I say this is like so early on for him and his brother. That's why I thought it might have been local because, I mean, why is Sam acting in a movie, right? Unless it's in Michigan, because the reason that Bruce got the lead role in Evil Dead was because he had the best looking face. He was the most photogenic, and so they're like, "Yeah, you be the actor." It's like, okay, and now he's great. He's great at acting now, but like it might have gone another way, and because they just wanted to make a movie. And
I didn't even notice this dude in the movie. I didn't even notice this part. Where he walks
I
by
don't
and
remember this either.
kind of like doof, like right in the side of her head.
And that's why he gets his head crushed in the box crusher.
Oh yeah, that was like a melon. Just
That was fantastic.
safety first, guys. And like Sam loves a good camera shot. Like didn't he duct tape himself to like an inflatable raft for the first shot of Evil Dead? Correct me if I'm wrong, Trina, but I think he duct taped himself to the raft and then the camera to him, and then that's how he skimmed across the surface of the swamp.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah, and when you see like the well, Vinny and I call it the Raimi cam, but like when you see it's like you're looking at evil and it's traveling through like the woods and then it goes through the cabin. That's actually him with the camera on his head. He's running through.
Right. And they sped it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's that's a good way to put it. The spirit of evil.
Yeah, because we never see what they see because he's the one wearing the camera.
Right.
I love that. I think that's very creative.
Yeah, we didn't see any of that stuff in Multiverse of Madness. It was all just Marvel camera work.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see that movie.
Oh, let's see how long. Let's see if I can show this part without getting bitched at. I won't play the audio.
There's like an eyeball in Multiverse.
Yeah, he does like that fucking wrist grab.
Look out! He broke him in half.
But I remember Multiverse had this eyeball effect, and it looked so cheap. I was like, Marvel doesn't need to save money on like a 2D eyeball effect. Why does that look so cheap? And I think it was because I think he did it on purpose. I think he wanted it to look cheap and pulpy, and that maybe Marvel just didn't notice. And it looks You don't have to go watch the whole movie, although I saw it at the theater. And I'm the only one who seems to like it. But it's it's the cheapest looking. His third eye. Doctor Strange does the third eye, move, and this eye just appears on his forehead. It's the cheapest looking effect in any Marvel movie. I was like, what is that? This is like video toaster, and but I think he did it on purpose because he likes it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a fan of practical effects because he knows that they're superior.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are, and as a CGI major in college, they are superior. And
fancy guy, you.
Well, yeah, unless you want a job, but no,
Hollywood ass motherfucker.
Yeah, well, now going back and watching all these movies from before that time, with you guys and other Gen Xers and people who just like good cinema, I'm just amazed at some of the effects.
You have made this movie at $130,000 back in 1989. What were you, like 3 years old, 2 years old, 1989?
Two.
You think you, as a 2-year-old, do you think you could fucking put down $130,000 to make this movie?
As a 2-year slasher, do you know what you're saying?
You know what? Like, compare it to New Day Hollywood. Don't be surprised if it comes up soon. Don't be surprised if 2-year-olds are handing in scripts with crayons.
No, just get ChatGPT to do it.
When Darius was 2 years old, I was hanging at the cocktail lounge over at the Slam and Clams.
You were at the Slam and Clam. I was
yeah.
I know. I don't even want to talk about how old I was when Darius was born. No,
I was born when RoboCop came out. That's the whole thing.
No, actually, I wasn't that old. 11.
I don't say no. You're not that much older than me.
All right. So
just trying not to wake somebody. Okay.
Craig is not the killer.
No. Well,
Well, he does kill somebody though.
No.
He kills that. Wasn't it a security guard?
No, he fought off Mustache in the parking lot.
Yeah. No, he didn't know yet that
he didn't
that
kill
was
him.
The killer.
He just hit him with the hammer.
Right. So he was just being that was Filoni's assault, even from his point of view, because he thought he was just attacking a guy while he was trying to sneak in and creep on his ex. So that was not a noble move for him to attack the killer. But by the end, it is somewhat validated by the fact that that was the killer all along.
Also, that poor delivery guy too. The delivery guy who comes to the window while she's freaking out, and Mustache kills him.
Yeah,
Mustache is the killer. The delivery guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Spike Spiegel for a second. I was like, cowboy.
No, Scott Spiegel. Yeah. Writer, director, and the bread man. And the
bread man.
One of the final kills.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm reading right here. Yeah, Craig killed some bouncer guy, but it looks like it was partially off screen.
Well, either way.
They had a bouncer?
Either way, I knew he wasn't the killer from the first.
Yeah.
He went to prison for allegedly killing someone. That was the story.
You know what? It was like Con Air. He went to prison for love.
Oh yeah, that might be it, Darius. Yeah, that might be what it is. She
tells us the story like, yeah, well, I guess the bouncer was probably who he was fighting because they don't have bouncers at a grocery store. That's at a nightclub.
Yeah,
bouncers at a grocery store. I don't know. You might need that these days. You need that these days.
Yeah,
well,
maybe
I wonder how Diesel. I wonder how Butch and Diesel the ones are at the Slam and Clam.
Yeah, you know what?
Bikes.
If you're not the size of Suge Knight, you're not qualified to be security there.
Jesus Christ, what do they got at the Slam and Clam? Large Marge?
Well, you know how sometimes like biker gangs are hired for security? Well, we have a real biker gang called the Nikes on Bikes from Ferndale, and
Nikes on Nikes?
Dykes as in
Dykes
lesbians. But that's their self-appointed name. They're from Ferndale, which is the the gay capital of the area, and they call themselves Dykes on Bikes. And I assume
they had to
they're
change
tough
the name because
broads.
their original name was the Lizzies, and they found out they couldn't use it anymore.
Yeah.
I thought you said Nikes on bikes, like like Nike shoes, like it's some kind of prepper game, prep.
No,
yeah, they all got that Nike fade cut in the side of their head.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call them Nikes. I'd call them garbage. I don't wear that swish shit.
Big Mike's on bikes.
The big Mike's on bikes. That's amazing.
Oh no!
Yeah, their patch could be a roll of quarters.
Yes, that's the mascot.
All right, I got mute.
Darius is choking on a roll of quarters right now.
He's choking on some clan juice.
Damn it! Well, I'm taking a swig of my chamomile tea right now.
Do you still have the viewer discretion is advised? Because we definitely need it for this one.
You might want to delete the stream, Slasher.
My aunt is a lesbian. I can say the word dyke, right? Is that how it works?
No.
I'm just saying.
No, it is. She calls herself one. She's called herself one numerous times.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a dyke and not just the one that holds back water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Water.
See,
that the boy sticks his finger in.
Oh yeah, she's more okay with that than Clam Slammer.
You stick your finger in it. Okay, never mind.
Oh, now we need an advisory for that.
Anywho, there's a movie here we got to finish talking about. Jesus Christ.
Your aunt. That's not how it works.
I thought we were, because that's the next part where Jennifer's in a woman jail. She's feeding off the Slam and Clams.
They Slam says that's not how it works. Your aunt. That's too far removed. I have a black aunt, so I can say all the slurs.
She's locked up in the Clam and Slammer.
Oh, no.
All right, guys, let's get back on track.
A hydraulic clam slam.
And I also have a cousin that's a lesbian. That gives me that's 2 cards. I put on the fucking LGB table.
You're covered.
Boom! There you go.
He's got his card. He's pulling it out.
It's like when Eminem decided to do a song live with Elton John to say he's not homophobic.
Yeah. Well, that was as much of a surprise to him as anyone when Elton agreed. They asked Elton and he agreed. Wait, what?
Slasher was like, "It's okay. I know people who work at the fishery."
Oh yeah, there's docks everywhere in New York.
I do, and that guy's mad cool. I love that guy. I told that dude the other day, it's like $20 piece of salmon. It's like he put it on the fucking scale. He's like, a little bit over $20, like 28. I'm like, give him a thumbs up. Yeah, that dude's awesome. I'm in and out of that place.
That's your
fish store on Pure Avenue.
Yeah, you got a fish guy. Slasher has a fish guy.
Awesome.
Let me talk to my fish guy and get back to you.
No, this guy's not Italian though. No, I don't know what this guy is. He looks, if you ask me, some sort of Samoan, between a Samoan and a Mexican. I don't know.
Well, you might be able to.
I don't ask him.
With his bare hands.
I don't ask him.
Ricky Rockamora? Tony Rockamora. That's it. The foot massage guy from Pulp Fiction. Tony Rockamora. You call him Tony Rocky Horror.
And Slasher's talking to guys. Yeah, I know a guy that can get you some fish. He runs across a woman. I know someplace where you can get some clams.
Well, he's in the city. He's probably got a guy for everything. He's got a whole Rolodex full of cards.
No, I don't have
I got a fish guy.
I don't have a guy for everything. That's my problem.
You need a bike. I got a guy. He works up in Manhattan. He'll get you a nice bike. The kid will never miss it. Your kid
I will not. I'm not going to go near Manhattan. I'm just gonna stay tucked away in my little corner here. Manhattan? No,
Yeah.
thank you.
In your bougie upper middle class.
I don't need to go near fucking protests these days. No, please keep me away from all of that.
Oh man, the fish guy down in Pelham Bay.
Oh, he's on one block. I'm sure there's other fish guys around here, but it's the closest one to me. I don't know, like multiple fish guys. Yeah, I got a whole fucking network of fish guys. You know what I think about my fish? I'm over here. I got the garlic ready. Come on.
No, the network is not just fish guys; it's all the other guys.
No,
man.
Some of them are ladies, but they'll still call him your guy.
I want a network of just fish guys.
I got a clam guy. It's a chick. It's a chick. She works down at the Slam and Clam, but yeah, she hooks me up.
I got a fresh batch from the Slam and Clam over here. And I put some fucking weed. Oh.
You like what's this? Let me call my clam guy. It's a chick.
I'm gunning up over here.
You like guinea pigs? I got a guinea pig guy. He actually is a guy.
All right, another Intruder storyline for these days for a remake. Set in a seafood place, set in a fish store. Okay, yeah. Jennifer is working the counter of the fish
lobster. Store. You can have a lobster.
And she's very upset that her boyfriend Salvatore has come through, and he's not very happy that he went to jail for 3 years for keying her car.
Lobster to death.
He keyed her Camaro, and she's very upset about it.
Oh, so she went to have it in the story. Okay.
Yes, every remake is set in Long Island.
You know what though? Here's the thing about this movie, and I think we're totally missing out on that. I mean, we're talking about the horror aspect of this movie, but we're not talking about the wonderful ending. It's a bit of a love story because these two get back together.
Yeah,
they do. Well, they reconcile socially because he saved her life.
It's absolutely fucked if you think about it, because like he's been absolutely like stalking her and like,
literally.
Yeah, and then he becomes.
I'm telling you, he would have been slamming Clam if it wasn't for those damn cops.
Oh my god!
She
didn't
realize how good. She didn't realize he was a good man until the end, until he saves her.
Tommy, he's gonna be slamming sausages again when he goes. They send him back to prison for violating parole.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna have him packing knockwurst over there in the jail cell.
Oh, no. It's gonna be like the box crusher scene, but in his ass. I wish I hadn't said that. Oh, sorry, Chad.
When they get done with him, he's gonna think he got hit with the jaws of life.
I don't need a special effect for that scene. We can cut away to a watermelon or something.
Just imagine Arnold's face in Jesus, the one on Mars.
Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah. Where his eyes are all bugging out. That's gonna be great.
God! Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna have nightmares now, Tommy. And we just cut to actual sausage being made.
That's how the sausage is made.
Oh, poor Juice in season 5 of Sons of Anarchy. Oh, look what they did to my boy. Trina knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, this is funny.
That's not what a packy is, Tommy.
Intruder Part 2, Big Mike's Revenge.
Oh no. She is packing. That's my sausage guy.
It's going to be said at our BLM meeting.
Yeah, I got a sausage guy named Big Mike.
But
No? Okay.
so,
What
Oh.
happened tonight?
I don't know.
I think ours is amused. Tommy, you said
Uh,
trigger right. Trigger. Mm. Don't you want some of that Manhattan chowder?
Big Mike, I get that reference. Oh man, wow,
I
good
just
thing
said
you
that
got that reference.
Well, I hope that you get it just by understanding and you don't actually get it. Big Mike.
Yeah. Big Mike doesn't call you.
It doesn't end up well for people that know Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike says, I got a wrestling guy. Let me call him right now. His name's Space Lad.
Here, I got this for you. Hold on.
You sharing?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a making sausage video.
Is it a bubbler? I am thirsty.
Wait a minute. I want to make sure I get the right.
Trina, how do they say thirsty up there?
How do you? I say thirsty? Thirsty.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's pretty much the same. Thirsty, not like dasty.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
How does that sound? Thirsty.
It's the same. It's probably the same everywhere, but
How do
they
you
don't
say it?
thirsty. Like I said, it's a little too much R, but pretty much the same. Thirsty.
That's for you, Tommy.
Oh God! No! That face
There it
has
is.
haunted me since I was a kid.
Intruder Part 2, Big Mike's
No.
Revenge in Airstrike.
No! Oh no!
That is a fantastic picture.
Well, they had great animatronics. Oh, they were real good. Fake Arnold heads, just better than the one in Terminator 1 when he takes his eyeball out, right? I mean, that was like, you could tell. But yeah, no, they had some really, really good heads in that one. Remember when he's like the lady at the airport?
Yeah. 2
Yes.
weeks. 2 weeks.
Weeks. Yeah.
That was great.
It
Yeah,
was
that
good. Yeah.
that movie had awesome effects.
Quado. Quado.
Well, I know Tommy or Trina would know this one. Did they ever make a figure of that, of where like the head is opening and you see Arnold underneath it? Did they ever make a figure
for
of that?
Total Recall? No.
Yeah.
As far as I know, they never
Oh,
did the
man.
Total Recall figure.
One day.
They never made any Total Recall figures? Any?
Not that I'm aware of. Let me
Whoa. Boy,
Yeah, I
are
know-
they
I know
missing
there's
an
RoboCop.
opportunity.
Ooh, I don't have a RoboCop figure. I should. I need one.
NECA made a RoboCop figure.
I don't really collect figures,
There's a shit ton of
or
RoboCop figures
anything.
through the years.
but if I have a figure of anything, it should be RoboCop. Absolutely. And now I need one. Now the thought
Okay,
is out of my
no.
mind.
Somebody did make one. Hot Toys apparently.
Hey.
Wait, can you show a picture of it?
Yeah. I
How
wanna
many
see
did and how many did they do a series or just Arnold? Or?
Yeah.
I'm only seeing one picture, and that's the problem.
If it was too limited of a production, then it might be like $1,200 on eBay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking. That's cool. I like.
Oh, that looks amazing. That looks just like Arnold. Look at that detail.
Wow.
Oh, Hot Toys is pretty good. Vinny talks about them all the time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
look at Master Blaster right down here.
Well, I used to hear Az talk about Hot Toys all the time. I used to watch him all the time, and some of I would see some really, really good looking figures, but this is the
Oh
best.
yeah, that's all. I wonder if you could remove that. You think you could remove that? You think you could remove the transforming head from him?
It looks like it's probably removable because see how it splits?
It kind of does, right?
Yeah.
Who's that below? Is that Steve McQueen in the black turtleneck?
It looks like it.
Daniel Craig.
Oh, Daniel Craig. Oh, never mind.
Kyle Reese, Tom Hanks, Master Blaster from Beyond Thunderdome, Conan, Spartacus. Here's a crazy looking zombie RoboCop.
Zombie Robo.
Oh, in the right there. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah. I mean, technically, he's already a zombie.
I was gonna say he's already a fucking zombie. He's a cyber zombie.
Right. That's part of the humor of RoboCop that I didn't really fully grasp until I got older. It's just how funny that movie really is. It's like, oh, he's already dead. He's owned by the satire is at such a high level. It's a good shooty movie, but then it's also actually a very deep and.
Oh, there you go. That's something I just watched the other day. I watched it again after a long time. Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah, yeah, which is a Christmas movie. I have to admit, it is a Christmas movie.
Oh,
I watched it last year.
Nate says Uncle Fester. Where's the Uncle Fester?
It's right up here. Right there.
Yeah, I missed it.
Right here, Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Oh, thing is on his fucking shoulder too. That's cool.
All right, Tommy. You know what is, since I appreciate practical effects so much more now than I ever did before. It's like, oh, this is way better than CGI. I love CGI, but it can't do everything. They try to make it do everything, and it can't. They try to do it faster, and it just makes it worse, like Black Panther, and you can't rush it. But those practical effects, your mind just knows when it's real. The best, and RR should plug his ear so he doesn't hear me say this. The best effects movie that I haven't seen yet, that everyone loves, is Carpenter's The Thing. And
my God.
And I like, well, it's probably streaming somewhere. I need to look that up. But like, I want to see it so bad now. I've seen some of the the effects clips. I'm like, holy whoa, I'm like, dude, this is incredible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a long time to see that too in my lifetime.
That is one of the best horror movies.
That's an awesome movie. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Well, and a lot of people didn't like it. Fans of the original didn't like it when it came out because it showed too much, And yeah, I understand that because generally, you don't want to show too much. But this wasn't that kind of movie. Right. This was Carpenter's The Thing, and all bets are off. And it's like a high watermark. I mean, I don't know if there's a better effects movie at doing that kind of thing.
Well, you know what? If you've never watched The Thing, I would say a good place to start with the movie that they based the original. It's almost The Thing is a remake of an older one. The Thing from Outer Space.
It's a remake.
Start with that, and then you can actually really appreciate what they did with the remake. Because the remake is like, it's one of the rare examples where a remake is 10 times better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say the original is bad per se, but this one is it just dances circles around it.
It really does. Yeah, I agree. Like like Tommy said, rare example of a remake being better. This one is it. But you should start with the original. You always should start with the original. And then The Thing has a prequel to it, also called The Thing, and it was made in I want to say 2009.
Yeah, like the 2010s or something.
Yeah, that's not a remake. That's a prequel, and that's awesome too. We did The Thing and The Thing prequel on my channel back a little while ago. Yeah, those you got to see those.
Are these newer RoboCop figures?
No, I think these have been out for a while, haven't they, Tommy? This is Hiya Toys.
Yeah, Hiya Toys a few years at least. Yeah, because Vinny was talking about these ones. As a matter of fact, did he get the RoboCop now? I'm trying to remember. I think he might have got the RoboCop.
I think he said he did. Yeah, and didn't he get this thing too? The
Ed 209.
I want to say he did, but I can't recall offhand. Right. Now, I know I was looking at the NECA version of the Ed 209, but it was so much damn money. I wasn't paying that much money for it because it was like over $89 or something. Yeah. I was like, I'm not paying that much for it.
Tommy, is that the same? Sorry, Trina. I was just wanting to know Tommy. Is that the same mold from the fucking Kenner figures?
No.
It looks like he's the same build though, right? It looks
Well,
like
I mean, it's got the classic RoboCop look, but yeah, no,
Okay.
that's where the similarities
Okay.
end.
Okay.
It's just like the NECA version. The NECA version has got a lot of the same similarities as the Kenner one as far as the aesthetics, if you view it from a distance. But when you get up close, there's no comparison whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, let me see. So this looks like it's this set that I'm showing. This is $75. It says in stock. Where's it in stock? Oh, Target.
Oh my god, $75.
That was a baseball joke. I don't actually get it. Do you guys get
Is it for both of them?
the baseball joke?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
not the original.
You can't.
Yeah, the Haya is even though they do some really good quality stuff, they don't charge quite as much as like NECA and some of the other ones do.
Yeah.
But the scale on this is a lot smaller.
Do you guys
I
get
want to
that?
say that figure is like maybe 5 inches tall
I'll
tops.
later.
Well, nothing was worse than when we were talking about the Iron Maiden figures, and I saw that fucking Somewhere in Time one that was $500. I was like, get the flying fuck
I
out
love
of
Iron
here.
Maiden, but not enough to spend $500 on what I'm assuming was an Eddie variant.
I mean, I don't wipe my ass with $100 bills, so yeah, I can't afford that.
I don't need Eddie. I don't need an Eddie figure as much as I love Iron Maiden. I'll listen to the records.
I've got 4.
Yeah, dude. The
Eddie?
figures are awesome.
Do you have the Summer in Time one?
That one they haven't re-released
No.
yet. I'm waiting to find that. Trina said that
Well,
she
that's
found
like
Power
$500
Slave.
limited.
Yeah, Power Slave is the only one I haven't found yet.
Oh, I love. Oh, okay. I do love Power Slave. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, Power Slave. Last time I saw it, I think it was at where the fuck? I want to say
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that.
Oh,
Thank you for
that-
explaining the joke.
that. Okay, that price went up a lot. So now it's going for almost 70 on Amazon. I paid regular NECA price for mine.
Was it like a Walmart exclusive or something?
I don't think it was an exclusive. Because I remember, you know what? Now I'm not sure.
Because I know there was a few of them were actually exclusive to like Walmart, and then there was a few that were exclusive to Target. It was kind of like those Kong figures that I picked up.
Yeah.
One of them, and I forget which one it was, because Vinny was telling me, he said one originally started out as a Walmart exclusive. And I said, really? Because I found this one at Target. And he said, oh, they must have released it again then.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's kind of like the Gremlins, the Gamer Gremlin.
Right.
That was originally at GameStop.
Oh, it's a Pharaoh. The Power Slave Eddie is a Pharaoh. That does look sweet. And there's an Aces High one.
Yep, I have Aces High. Trina and I both have Number of the Beast, which they just re-released, and it's better than the first version, which was an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
The Amazon exclusive one didn't look as good. I also have the Trooper, which I can't remember if Trina
got the flag.
And then Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind's the other one.
Yep, we have all the same ones.
That's where is that the one where he's in the room?
Do you see with this 2005 figure? Do you see the price?
No, I can't see that on my tiny.
Yeah, take RR's message off. RR's message is blocking it.
Well, it's what his message is? The price.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, $500.
But look at this fucking figure. That sucks. It sucks that it's that much. This thing is fucking awesome, especially when you see a little picture over here.
Is eBay the only place you can get this right now?
Oh, I don't know. Once I see a figure, it's $500. I'm not going to try.
Well, I know I've seen one of these, and they were boxed the exact same way of the NECA ones we're getting now, Trina.
Yep.
And that was when I was cleaning my father's house out. in 29, or 2020, and they had a boxed one, and they were only going for, at the time those things were only $19.99, and I should have picked them up, and I didn't.
Oh yeah, Piece of Eye is in the room. He's in the padded cell in his in a straight jacket, right? Yep. Yeah, that's a good one too. These are all good records.
I wonder if NECA will redo this one.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Well, that was always my favorite piece of Eddie art.
Well, we'll let you know if they re-release it.
Oh, it's not like I could afford to throw around money on action figures these days.
Maybe Santa will bring you one if they re-release it.
Wait. Wait. I'm 44 right now. Are you telling me Santa's real, bro? I was like 5 years old when that shit was spoiled for me. So
Santa Pig.
I gotta know. Has everyone?
Don't say that to Goldberg.
Isn't he Jewish?
Yeah, but Goldberg played a killer Santa Claus in a movie.
Oh, okay.
We
Goldberg.
did that movie on Christmas last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
What about that movie? That movie pissed you off?
Wait, did I watch that movie? What was
I don't know if you were around for that one. Wait, Trina, did you say that movie pissed you off?
Goldberg. Okay, so no. What I was talking about something else, and I'm just joking. But no. What's the name of the movie?
I thought you were talking about because Santa's Sled.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I thought you said. I thought you were saying that movie pissed you off.
No. I was joking about it, but it's something else about it. I'll have to tell you after.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was that the one that Justin Proper watched at one time? Because I might have actually seen it then.
I don't know. I'm not the first person to have talked about
it.
They're movies. It's not the first time anyone online talks about these movies, so I'm not gonna fucking try to be that way. Like, I'm the first one who's talked about this movie. No, they're movies.
Should definitely do a Christmas talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? I thought about it, bro. I really did, and then I was like, but then am I gonna have to cover the other ones, or should I just do the first one?
You can do whatever you want.
Because Garbage Day needs to be covered. Garbage Day is the second one, right? Garbage Day is the second one. And the fucked up thing about the second one is half of the second one is recaps of the first one. Shot for shot. They're like going through. Does anyone here not know of Garbage Day?
So basically, it's like going to certain YouTubers' channels where they just recycle the same thing over and over again.
Okay, wait. Are you all right? Trina, you said you don't know the Garbage Day meme that's been around for so long.
Garbage Day.
I don't think so. If I see the meme, I might.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I can't.
They literally told you with that title they were ripping you off.
So, all right. I don't know. All right. When we find out that Mustache is the killer and he's fighting outside with the boyfriend, is it just me or did it look very stupid when the boyfriend was hacking away with him with the cleaver?
Yeah.
It didn't even look like
it was just hitting him.
Yeah, it looked like it was just hitting him.
Yeah, it looks kind of stupid.
And the sound wasn't even squishy, or chunky.
It was almost that thwack, like that when they were punching each other. It was kind of like when they were punching each other. It sounded like when you would throw those little firecrackers on the floor as a kid. Just a random firecracker, just go boom like that.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, there's a little pop sound. Yeah, boom.
Okay, I'll go so far as say it's like in a Rocky movie where they're punching each other and it sounds like sledgehammer shots.
The one thing that kind of bothered me about the end sequence with him fighting with the boyfriend, because the boyfriend literally took on almost the entire store and was whipping their asses. But now all of a sudden he's getting his ass whipped. That was the one problem that I had with that. Like, okay, like what happened to the tough guy? And then I guess you could kind of explain it to a little bit of blood loss when Jennifer
I was gonna
hit him
say
in the neck with that sickle.
Maybe the killer is just I forget his name. I'll just keep calling
Or was that
him
a hook?
Mustache.
No, she hit him with a meat hook.
Yeah. But like she hit him with the side that's not the hook, or a part of it that's not the hook, because she just knocked him out, which is fucking stupid.
Well,
I did notice that.
well, how about when she stabbed him in the heart and that didn't kill him?
Yeah. And then, and he says to the police, it fucking says it to the fucking they killed him all.
He's like, they did it. They did it all.
With his dying breath, he's gonna blame it on someone.
Well, we don't know if it's his dying breath, because he might have made an intruder too. The intruder thing.
It wasn't his dying breath, because remember he snapped his eyes open at the end?
Right. Well, yeah. But then I thought that the other boss, the 51% boss, was dead when he had an eye impaled on a spike. And then, he's crawling around, missing an eye. He's alive, and then we think he's coming to save the day. At the end, it's just his head.
This movie makes you think you can get stabbed in the eye and in the heart and still live.
Yeah. And he's puppeting it, right? The mustache guy's puppeting. He's got his hand sock puppeting the decapitated head of his business partner who wanted to sell the rest. I still
want to know how the boss made it up to the attic.
He was dragged up there.
Was he dragged up there? Or did he retardedly crawl up there?
I think he was dragged up there because he was like, "Help me, help me."
Mm-hmm. And then his head just gets carried around by the killer, And I distinctly remember him talking about walking down 8 or 9 Mile, swinging a head in his hand. Just look, he's just walking down 9 Mile, carrying a head in his hand, swinging it around. I'm like, yeah, you'd get pulled over real quick on 9 Mile. That's Oakland County, carrying a head.
Well, I mean, I think you would.
In the other hand.
I think you would get pulled over anyway.
Yeah.
Carrying a severed head, I think you're gonna get pulled over no matter what frickin' county you're in.
Oh, he was insane because he was crazy about the store.
Yeah. It might take a little longer for the police to notice him carrying the head because he's white, but it wouldn't take all day. I'm saying. Hey, wait, what's that guy doing? Oh, no, never mind. Just a citizen walking down the street. What's he carrying? Is that a head? Better check it out. Hello, citizen. What's that you're carrying?
Fuzzy bowling ball.
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are we at to wrap the movie up? Like, what point are we at?
I think we wrapped it up, dude. I think we did.
No, we didn't get to the point that after Jennifer and Craig kill Mustache outside
in the phone booth.
Well, no, they think they killed him.
The phone booth she used to call the police minutes before.
Yeah.
That's where we get Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
That's the one part we get Bruce Campbell as a cop at like the last fucking.
I know, and it really does sadden me that Bruce has to come in as the cock blocker. I mean, my man Craig is getting ready to slam some clam, and then he steps in.
Well, he's not blocking the cocks for the parole violation.
Craig the clam slammer.
Yeah, Craig's gonna have more cocks than he can handle.
I just know I never wanted to be someone in a horror movie so bad as I wanted to be Jennifer in that moment.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
White guys are the number 2 race of head loppers.
Yeah, don't worry about it. This is just clam talk.
Now I have to wonder who's the number 1 at lopping heads.
Yeah, and then the end, like we talked about, he says they did it all, and they're being detained. And
Bruce Campbell runs out of there. The massacre there. There's bodies everywhere.
The other guy is like,
that guy grabs her hair too.
Yeah, and slamming her head on the car. It's like, whoa, police brutality. And then
they don't want to hear that shit. Obviously, that guy being covered in blood when they pulled up, it didn't help their case. That dude was covered in blood, holding the fucking meat cleaver.
Yeah.
After those weak shots with the meat cleaver.
It really did look like they were guilty.
It looked like he was lightly tapping him.
Right. It looked like he called, even though obviously the voice would have been wrong, but it looked like he called the cops and then they killed him.
Yep.
Let's put it this way so everybody in the audience understands. He was hitting this guy with as much gusto with the meat cleaver as you would imagine a Just Stop Oil person doing it.
It was also about as much effort as when she was running through those the aisles with her arms flailing up in the air.
Yeah. And then that's about it. And then he's
wait. Actually,
just Slasher doesn't want the movie to end.
Starts screaming. Like she makes this scream, and then you see what's his face in the booth.
Yeah.
Still like twitching around, I guess. Whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah,
he's like dead. He ain't dead, so the Intruder too, the Intrudering was supposed to be in development, I guess.
Yeah, he's like smiling because he's happy with himself because he's like he told the cops that they did it, and then she's and then it looks like he dies. He closes his eyes, and then she's looking at him, and then it shows the camera, like it shows us, that it shows like from the camera's point of view looking at him, and he opens his eyes and she's like freaking out, and then that's it.
Yeah, the Intruder 2, Breaking the Clam, could have been a box office smash.
Return to the Lopper.
Yeah, and that's the movie. Intruder, 1989.
We really took a left turn at Albuquerque like a few times.
Too many times. I know, and I keep trying. I don't understand. It's when I start streaming, I don't understand what happens.
It's just the flow of conversation.
No, even like the pre-gaming, the setting things up and having things happen. It's like,
yeah,
it's a Broadway production, and sometimes I have to work around things. But I'm glad you guys could join me for doing this. Thank you. But
thank you for having me.
Yeah, like I said, you always got the invite, open seat. All right, if I don't always do horror movies, but it's Spooktober, so
yeah.
And
we don't always do clam movies, but when we do, there's extra cocktail sauce for everybody invited.
We don't always do Lopper movies.
So we'll go down the line. Trina, what'd you think of this? If you could give it a score, I guess you could say give it a score. Overall.
Yeah. Okay. So if we're doing like by
number.
Okay, 1 to 10. All right, I would say I'm gonna give it like gonna give it a 6.5 because I think the kills are awesome.
So what takes away from the points that are left on the board? Is it the slowness?
Yeah, I think it's
first
this.
half hour.
Yeah, I think it's a slowness in the beginning. That's because that is why I stopped, a while ago when I first watched the movie. So that would be the takeaway. You know what? No, now that I'm thinking about it, I think 6.5 is a little low. I would say 7 because it actually does get
7?
good.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would give it a 7 because it does get good in the middle. Like when it picks up well, and I think like I said, the kills are awesome, and there's some funny stuff that happens which I appreciate. Like that, we forgot to mention. Like there's a sign where she like slides down something and it says half off, and his body is cut in
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, there's some good
of course,
stuff in it. So yeah, I'm thinking around 7.
So, Tommy?
Well, it's kind of funny. So she picked 7, and Friday the 13th Part 7 is her favorite Friday the 13th movie. Trina, what's my favorite?
Yours is 8.
Right, and that's what I'm giving this movie, an 8.
That's
I think this
funny.
one is a lot of fun. I'm sorry. I think everything about this, and I know that the beginning's a little bit slow, but it's not overly slow in my opinion. Because so many other movies, it might take you a good 45 minutes before you start really getting into the meat of the movie where things are starting to flow. This one, yeah, it was a half hour, but it didn't feel like a trudging half hour to me. And then once you get into it, everything really moves along at a very good clip. So this is a fun movie. I would definitely watch this one again. I mean, if I could find this on physical media, I'd definitely add it to the collection as well. Yeah, I think this was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad I could do that for you. Even though I wouldn't give it an 8, but I'm glad I could find you a movie that.
Well, it's a lot better than the 2 I gave the last one.
But Darius,
I
what
have
do
to
you
agree
say?
with Tommy.
What say you? You
This
give
was
it
a
an 8
surprise.
also?
I really don't want to score movies anymore after
Oh, no, it's cool, man. Look, listen, I'm not gonna bitch at you for giving RoboCop a 9.5 for the Warriors, and I'm not gonna do that. Those are both awesome scores.
I wasn't done. Okay.
We all have our personal opinions. I'm just saying. Go
There
ahead.
it was
Give your
something
heart
that I want
into
to, but I might have to give it a 10. No, I mean, I guess I probably have to give it an 8 as well. I didn't think it was too slow at the beginning. I thought it set up the setting characters pretty good, and it didn't take too long. And plus, we had all that dynamic camera work. Like the shots in this were so entertaining and creative that it didn't feel boring to me, even when it was the boring part. It was and it was funny, and there were cool things like Sam Raimi on a meat hook, and yeah, it did get pretty brutal, pretty gruesome, but there was a lot of humor. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by this one because it didn't look like much from the poster. I'm like, Intruder, oh, okay, whatever. And then I started watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. I was like yelling out loud for the whole movie, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, I got to see that again. And I rewind it and watch these transitions to different things again. Not the kills so much that I need to rewatch because they're pretty nasty. But yeah, no, I thought it was fun. I mean, for a movie where people get horribly murdered, it was fun. And yeah, I'd probably watch it again.
Yeah, so
well, that's
like
all these
RR
movies.
says, yeah, he's giving it a good number of clams. It's 8 clams out of 10 for both Darius and myself.
Oh yeah, Space Lab said, what did he call it? The sequel,
Almost a full
Tales of the
platter.
Clam Digger, Intruder 2, Tales of the Clam Digger. Oh, and he says you can't say spooky anymore.
No, I'm saying spooky.
You have a spooky aunt, so it's okay.
No, this
Yes,
is the no. I'm
yes,
sorry.
it
No.
is on Tubi Space
Yes,
Lab.
Yep,
it
that's
is.
where we all watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's where we watched it. I got another movie coming up, not next week, but probably the week after. That's on Tubi. The next movie is going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky for everyone to even like grasp their head around how this movie could be called what it is, but I'll let you guys know.
All
All
right,
right.
cool. If I disappear, it's because my phone died. It's very low.
Space Lab, just make sure you pick the right date one.
Although I think next week we should do it like watching it instead of watch it all of us watching it individually. I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna keep trying different things that work. So maybe next week the old way will work. I'll try it again.
Okay.
What do you guys say? Are you guys okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Whatever you
with,
want to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hey, if
whatever.
we're slamming clams, I'm in.
cool.
Yeah.
No, there's not gonna be slamming clams. It's gonna be slithering snakes.
Okay. Well, I can still have some New England clam chowder.
So you give this an 8?
Yeah, sure. And everything I was gonna say is Tommy already said. So yeah, I agree with him on pretty much everything. It was fun, and yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I'll give this what was the score I gave Trick or Treat? I think I give this about the same. 6. I give it a 6.
It was
I give
something
it a
like
6.
that.
Maybe a 6.5. Yeah, I'll be generous. Give it a 6.5. I I don't know. This ain't too memorable for me. Like there were cool kills and all, but I don't know. It was just something kind of. I don't know. It's like the fact that they were trying to make you think that the boyfriend was the killer from the beginning.
Oh, but it was so
And
obvious
if
that
you
they
were
trying
already
to-
a smart enough person watching this movie, you could see that the boyfriend was not the killer.
It's a red herring.
Well, why don't you just say it to my face?
These are red
Okay,
herring.
I guess I just did.
It's supposed to throw you off the scent. And because they lock him out, he's looks like they're all in the same place, right? You know. And who's the last one to turn around? Was it the killer?
Well, remember they also go into the shopping cart camera.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the first shots of the movie.
They did it twice. They did it where someone pushed the cart at not Heather Graham.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that was at the beginning.
She was
Yeah.
collecting carts in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
dropped a cereal box in front of the camera.
I get a 6'4", 6 is 6'5". I'm being a dick, right? Yeah, I'm being a total fucking snob. It's 6'5".
RR says you're being too stingy with the clamshells.
I guess I am.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you say it was next week? Slithering what? Slithering snakes?
All right.
Sounds like a narcissistic production.
It's-
Wait, all right. I'm gonna type the name in the private chat of the
All
next fucking movie, and everyone try to pronounce it.
Okay.
All right. So, because I think Nate was trying to figure out what the next one was going to be.
And yes, this is the name of a fucking movie.
That's actually the name.
I'd said something earlier to him. I said make sure he picks the right one because there's a couple intruders on Tubi. Make sure you pick the 80s one because there's a later one in like 2016.
Oh yeah, about
Yeah.
Intruder.
Yeah.
Intruder 1989. Make sure it's 1989.
Yeah. On Tubi, it has Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi at the top billing, but it's the one that has a poster that looks like a movie slasher would watch. With, someone chopped up at the bottom. And
Hey, what's wrong with all the movies I watch?
Nothing.
do you want us to try to pronounce that?
Oh
What you
yeah.
typed?
Go ahead, everyone, go ahead and try to pronounce the name of this movie. Let's go down the line. Trina.
Are you kidding?
Go ahead. Darius, what's the name of this movie? Yeah. Tommy, what's the name of this movie?
SSSSSSS.
Wait, Darius, do it again, please.
What?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's like you got to put a cat's purr on it.
See, the combination of me being an asshole and the people who named this the people who named this movie being assholes. I'm just gonna yeah. This movie, the fucking title of the movie I'm gonna do next is a fucking snake noise. I guess you could just fucking say a snake noise. 7 S's. I guess you have to type 7 S's, and yeah, that's the next movie I'm gonna do. A fucking noise. It's a fucking noise.
That old.
But hey, Dirk Benedict is in it.
With like the double Dutch onomatopoeia. It was just like
Yeah.
You know, at first when he put that in the private chat, I thought he was giving us an Antifa member's bra size because they're so wide in the back.
I thought he was having a stroke.
My head hit the keyboard first.
Yeah. Followed by delete.
Oh,
But hey,
nice.
Dirk-
Look at what RR said. Darius can speak parcel tongue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. I guess so. I didn't. That explains the lightning bolt mark on my forehead. I always wondered where that came from. Wide in the back. Remember when a cobra flares its flaps out?
Yeah, there's lots of cobras in this movie.
Yeah, it means
There's legit cobras in this movie. It sounds really stupid, raw, but this movie gives you a legit warning that they're like telling you these were actual snakes that we imported in from from all these different places. They let you know, and some of these people are getting face to face with the snakes. So I'm sure this was hot, like the conditions of this movie. I'm sure it was horrible.
Is there deep south rural church snake handling?
Well, it's
snake
I'm sure every last one of them were deep venomed.
Deep handling snakes.
Well, next week we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm kind of curious. Did they bring in an expert to handle the snake? Did they bring Big Mike in?
Yeah, well, Craig's handling some snakes and back in prison now.
And we've seen what he looks like.
Turn around. You got pretty hair from the back.
Thank you guys. We'll wrap this up. Trina?
Yeah,
Go
thanks
ahead.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, you can find me on my channel at Real Horror, REEL. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern is when we do the horror movie of the week review. This coming week we'll be doing Trick or Treat, the one that looks like a little kid with a little sack on his head.
The R. Not the or. The
yes,
R.
yes, Trick or Treat. Otherwise, yeah, this was awesome. Hope everybody has a great night.
Same here, Trina. You too.
Thank you.
And werepig, the werepig.
Week. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for adding to the conversation. Thanks for stopping by and having some fun. I think this was a fun movie, and it's one of the things I like to do when we're on here. And a lot of these people forget about it. You're on here to have a little bit of fun. If you're not here to have fun, then what are you doing here except maybe to cause misery, like certain people who are really think overly high and mighty of themselves. But that's what I do. I have fun, talk about toys, toy reviews that I do. Got the pigs, do the BattleBot stuff, and just have a blast. Tuesday we'll be doing another live stream. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I would like to get another going old school going. It's all dependent on if I could dig enough old toys out or enough topics out and get them together before Tuesday. So maybe going old school, maybe just a guinea pig nibbling live. We'll see what happens. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Thanks, Slasher and Darius and Trina, for being awesome company. And, guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can or can't say, what you should or should not think, because, remember, your silence and your compliance gives consent. Have a good one.
Thank you, man. Coming through. Always appreciate talking to you. Darius.
I gotta make it quick before my phone dies. But they're killing me down there in the chat. Barry is the handler. For some reason, just calling him Barry killed me. He's nobody. Oh, and Nate wants to see a poster for a movie your aunt would watch. Your infamous aunt.
My aunt?
She sounds interesting. Yeah, sure. We've really
My
made
lesbian aunt?
We've really mythologized her on the show today.
My lesbian aunt?
Yeah.
Lesbian aunt?
And your spooky aunt. Yeah.
She looks like Randy Quaid. I love her and all, but she looks like Randy Quaid. Or Conan O'Brien. She looks like an older version of
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll keep it short.
I love her to death, though.
So, yeah, this was fun, and I'll be joining you next week. I appreciate you always inviting me to do it. I'm glad I made it to the end.
Without snoring. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and without rebooting. Oh, I hope I didn't snore when I fell asleep. But you could always just mute me.
But yeah.
We started earlier today, which is good.
Yeah. Thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you.
So next week,
Studio.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.